another edition of the Evolution of Sports Talk Television live here on a Saturday afternoon from Cool Vibes Pub and Grub. I'm your host, Peter Blake, giving you something to think about. How do we start off this show as we always do here on a Monday, Wednesday, sometimes Saturdays, and of course after Bucs games, definitely tune in tomorrow live from Raymond James Stadium as hopefully the Bucs beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. We'll be taking all your interaction, taking your phone calls. Bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. Phone lines are open, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391 as we had some breaking news coming in after doing this whole setup here. As you can see behind me, we got a great toy drive going for the great people here in St. Pete and other families. Merry Christmas. Of course, hopefully you got all your Christmas shopping done. I have absolutely no Christmas shopping done because I like to wait to the last minute and go crazy like everybody else does. So hopefully you got that done, but definitely get by here at Cool Vibes Pub and Grub. We'll have the organizer on here. And as always, we'll take your phone calls, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. I believe we're going to have Harry the Greek, maybe Tampa Bay Ray. Who knows at the end of the day? But as always, we'll take your phone calls. And, of course, the breaking news of the day was that Trevor Lawrence has been cleared to play. So it looks like he has passed all concussion protocol. So he's going to play. A lot of Bucs fans out there anticipated that he would be a guy that was actually going to miss. And it doesn't look like he's going to miss that game. So what do you think about that? I've been asking all week long, where is your confidence level with this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team versus the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are going in completely opposite directions? The Bucs have won 3 in a row. Of course, they need this game because the Saints the other night lost, so that's always a good thing.
Here comes the money.
Absolutely, money shot there anytime the Saints can lose. So the Bucs have every opportunity to take firm control of the NFC South. And, of course, they will face the Saints on New Year's Eve. And then you look at the Jacksonville Jaguars. They are also fighting for their playoff lives in this division with, of course, Houston. They have to win it. Trevor Lawrence is banged up. He's hurt. And they are losers of 3 in a row. So what gives at the end of the day? Baker coming off a perfect game, perfect quarterback rating, 158.3, 4 touchdowns, 381. So Bucs fans, where's your confidence level with this team? And, of course, I looked over here and I saw some college football fans. They're big-time college football fans. At the end of the day, they want to talk most likely probably about the Florida State controversy. You got USF taking care of business the other night, which is tremendous. 45-0 over Syracuse. So we'll be talking a little bit about that. And then, as always, taking your phone calls. Wind me up. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. A little bit of a live edition here from Cool Vibes Pub and Grub here as we're getting ready to hopefully talk to somebody here about this great event. As you can see in the background, some great toys, things like that to give away for the kids. Let me go out to the comments. What's up, Peter Blake? Oh, Goldilocks is playing. After all, who cares? As long as we played like last week, this is our run to the chip. I mean, this is it right here, Bucs fans. This is it. This is where you come down the stretch. And I know there's a lot of Bucs fans out there that would, hope at the beginning of this process when the Bucs were looking at 4-7 that they were toast, that Todd Bowles was going to be fired, that you were going to get a new quarterback. Again, now you're 7-7. So where does your confidence level lie with this team on Sunday versus the Jacksonville Jaguars? On top of that, you got an opportunity to have a Christmas gift. And I think some people kind of misconstrued or read what I wrote on my Facebook post a little bit wrong. What would they want for Christmas? I'm saying you have an opportunity to get a gift for your favorite team. What would it be? Lightning fans would say defenseman, although congratulations to them the other night for defeating, of course, the Las Vegas Knights. Not so golden after all, huh? 5-4 in an exciting game. You had to watch that. So would you get them a defenseman? Is that what you would get your favorite team if they're the Tampa Bay Lightning? How about the Tampa Bay Rays? Huh? How about the Rays? What do you want from them? Do you want payroll? Do you want a new stadium? Do you want new ownership? And then for your Tampa Bay Buccaneers out there, and I would definitely send the link to Mr. Stan Author as we will get him on. He's been doing this for 3 years, and he's definitely responsible. And honestly, for me, I love doing this type of thing. I love what this community is doing. I love what this pub is doing, and I love what this platform of I Love St. Pete is doing for families out there and kids during the Christmas holiday. So let me go ahead and send him the link. We will go ahead and get him on in just a little bit. So, Ben, thanks a lot, as always, for tuning in there on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go back out to Ben again. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, baby. Absolutely. Let me go out to my soundboard here.
How about them Bucs, baby?
There we go, right there. Ben says he's still not 100%, though. Pass rushers need to take advantage. I mean, that will be one of the big keys. That's the other thing, Bucs fans. You get an opportunity to see what your big key of this game is. Is it the defense showing up? What about the Devin White controversy? What do you think of that whole mess? Because that's a mess right now. It really is. That's a mess. And we'll see what this defense can do. Are they going to rotate him? What do you think about the whole situation in general at this point? 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391 as I'm producing on air as we speak. Going to go ahead and send this link to Mr. Stan Author right now as I'll try to read the comments. And it was really funny. I turned on my speakers here and it blew everybody away. They're like, you got to turn that down. It's too loud. But what do we say here on the Sports Web? What do we always say? Bring your passion, bring your excitement, just don't bring any nonsense. All right, so good stuff, Ben. Appreciate you. Is Winfield playing tomorrow? Looks like he's going to be questionable. Another little surprise out there, seeing as the game is at 4:05, and I've never gotten an opportunity to really do this. I'm going to go out to a tailgate tomorrow, and I'm going to do a Sports Web edition, hopefully with Tampa Bay Ray. And we'll set up the camera. We don't need any lights because hopefully it'll be sunny out tomorrow. Please, I don't need any rain at this point. We'll get the PA system out there. We'll see if we can blow them away with the sound. And we'll talk to Bucs fans before the game. Scott Bradford, my buddy there at Bucs Life, giving me the opportunity to do a tailgate. That's exactly what we're going to do here on The Evolution. Give me the opportunities to come out to bars and restaurants, and I will do it. I will show you the evolution of sports talk television. Give me the opportunity to go out and cover the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I will show you that I can go ahead and put this show on the field and take phone calls and play sound effects. Giving me the opportunities is going to make the evolution of sports talk television grow. And, of course, I tell you what, let's go out to this guy right here. Very responsible for what we're doing today. Mr. Stan Author, welcome to the evolution of sports talk television. I get my shot right there. This is a great thing going on right now with the toy drive and everything like that. Tell everybody out there, not only at I Love St. Pete, but why you decided to come up with this and how long you've been doing it. Welcome to the evolution. We got a little bit of a background.
Hey, Peter, it's a real pleasure to be on the Sports Web. This is such a great thing you've got going on there, man.
Yep. It absolutely is. Such a great thing you've got going on there. I don't know.
Sorry, I've got a big delay.
Yeah, we do. We got a little bit of a delay there. So if you want, instead of getting on the video, if you want to call in here, go ahead and call 727.
But I'm happy to talk about it.
Okay. All right. Is it too loud? I think it's loud on your end here. So let me go ahead and put you in the lobby here really quick. Just stand by for a moment. I'm going to go out to a quick commercial here. We'll see what's going on with the loudness, and we'll be right back here on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. Back to the evolution of Sports Talk Television. Let's try this again. What's going on, Stan? Welcome back here. Somebody, I misread this. This is where I'm at right now. Travis says, if it's too loud, you're too old. I thought I was too loud here. How do I sound? How do you sound? You got a little bit of a feedback, but that's okay. We'll work with it here. So tell everybody out there, Pete, and everybody else out there watching this broadcast why you came up with this, how many years you've been doing it, and how successful it's been here on the evolution. Yes, we do have a.
Sure. Yes. Can do. Well, I've got a long delay right now is what I have between when you say something and when I hear it. Okay. So, but that's me. I'm in North Carolina, so maybe that's why. It was 4 years ago at Christmas. We spontaneously had people want to bring used toys, gently used toys and stuff over to someplace to put it together so that people could come and get them for the needy kids. And so I said, I'll set up a table in my front yard. So we did that on day one. On day two, we had to set up 2 tables. On day 3, we had to set up 3 tables, and everything was gone by Christmas Eve, and it was really great. But rather than have people come over to my house, the next year we were full bore into asking people for donations, cash-wise, so we could buy new toys, as well as people also bringing the gently used toys and that kind of stuff. And at that point, I was looking for somewhere else to have it. And I asked Jessica if she would host it at Cool Vibes Pub and Grub, and she instantly said, yes, let's do it. And this is her 3rd year now hosting it. I've been supplying the donations, the cash donations, and even up until last year when I was still living in St. Pete, I would go out and buy all the toys and bring them in, and we raised $5,000 last year, and we thought, that was it, man. We were hitting the big time there. But this year we actually raised a total of not $10,000, but $12,000, which Jessica and her other Jessica, the other owner, they're both named Jessica, they've been spending the last month or so going out and spending all that money on brand new toys. And when they opened yesterday at noon, they actually opened an hour early because the line was all the way down the block for people wanting to get in. And when they opened up, within just a few hours, pretty much everything was gone. When I found out I had a couple extra $1,000 to spend, I sent it to her, and she picked up new stuff for today. I understand that it's going to be all picked over by the end of the day today. We will not be able to do it on Christmas Eve as we normally have. But hey, these are good problems,
Absolutely. Very good problems. And I wanted to put this shot right in back of the toys here because I wanted to really show what you guys are doing here because it's tremendous. And I know yesterday you actually had to invest more money into the toys because you guys ran out. Talk about that a little bit. Yeah, a little bit delay.
Well, we hadn't ever expected to have that kind of response, but I'm thinking that we had at least double what we had last year. The word gets around year after year, and before you know it, the word of mouth is just off the chain. And so I checked the giving and the fund over the last 24 hours, or let's say 48 hours. And sure enough, I had a couple more $1,000 there that we could put towards new toys since they had run out. Anyway, it's just been a wonderful thing. It's been a great experience, and we intend to keep it going year after year, Lord willing,
And again, this is a part of the I Love St. Pete platform with Stan Author. I'm your host, Peter Blake. giving you something to think about here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television on a Saturday here at Cool Vibes Pub and Grub. I love the place, even though they said my PA speakers basically blew them out. We'll have to turn them back on here. You guys have lots of great stuff. But talk about this I Love St. Pete platform and what you guys do for the families out there. It's just so tremendous, and I'm really proud of being a part of it and bringing the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, being a part of this platform.
Well, thank you for the opportunity. You know, we've been around for 15 years on Facebook, and it's been an incredible trip. Started off, I mean, after 6 years of doing it with no aspirations whatsoever. I think I started it because I thought it might be a cool way for people to get people to come see my band, but that never worked out. So we just found our own purpose, helping people out. After 6 years, we had 5,000 people, and here we are now, 9 years after that, with getting ready to click over to 159,000 members in the group. And it's been a real long, strange, but wonderful trip. We started a program for business back in 2019 before COVID, but we wanted to allow local business people the opportunity to advertise on the program. So we created a program for that. And that just went right through the roof. We've had more than 600 local businesses through that program now, and they get to post, you know, in the group about their goods and services. We have to limit it because otherwise it's just too much. There's probably 1 out of 10 businesses actually applies for the program, and one out of 10 that wants to advertise actually applies for the program, gets registered, and begins to advertise. But it's been a great thing. It's also helped us fund our next program that I started, which is the I Love St. Pete Emergency Relief Fund, which started out as a kind of a grassroots sharing thing, where I was just asking people, hey, if they wanted to send their money in, I collect it together and give it to people who needed it. And after a year of doing that, somebody said, you better form a 501c3 or you could get in some major trouble there. So we did that. So we've been an official 501c3 now for going on 3 years. And since that time, we have collected and redistributed over $250,000 to a lot of local people who are facing emergency financial situations, such as getting an eviction or can't pay their light bill or their water bill and that sort of thing. And bought a lot of groceries, diapers, and formula over that time. This last year, we had to change our focus a little bit. A lot of it due to inflation and the fact that there were so many people needing help and we couldn't keep up with the demand. So we have started a new model now. We're awarding one gift each month now to whoever we feel is in the greatest need. And right now we're focusing on things like house fire, hurricane relief, flooding, you know, those disasters that people really, really need help with. So that's been a very good thing. And I think we're going to probably pursue that for a while now.
And that's why I'm so proud to be a part of this platform. What, 158,000 following that you have with I Love St. Pete? Now, I know those people are definitely sports fans, and I know you're a sports fan. How do you feel about this game tomorrow with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, winners of 3 in a row, Jacksonville going the opposite direction, Baker last week having a great game versus the Green Bay Packers? How do you feel about this team going forward with Todd Bowles and Baker Mayfield as the starting quarterback?
Well, I'm not a fan of the coaching at all, but you know, it takes me back to the days of Tony Dungy, only not as good, simply because, you know, he was so laid back and so, you know, all the time. You know, I like the coaches that have the fire in the belly, and that is definitely not Todd Bowles. I will say this, that Baker Mayfield had an amazing passing game last week, and we up here in North Carolina, we got to watch the game, which was tremendous for us. And I'm regretting at this point that we're going to be down one of our best receivers tomorrow. But I think that better utilization of Rashid White and a better, more passing to Mike Evans, and we're going to be in really good shape. I think the Bucs have discovered that they're really good outside the 40-yard line, not so good in the red zone. And of course, our defense too has had a pretty darn good year in the red zone. They've got to be up there with the best of the best red zone defenses in the league, and that's always exciting to watch. I've been struggling with Baker Mayfield all season long because that and the play calling. It's play calling to me has been abysmal a lot of the time. It just seemed like a big difference this last week. It seemed like night and day, and it was really, really fun to watch. And we're just really hoping for the best tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I agree. And we got Harry the Greek on here. Let me go full screen. There you go. There's Harry the Greek. We'll get his lower third on in just a little bit. We're live here from Cool Vibes Pub and Grub. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with the Greek himself. How you doing, Greek?
Not bad, Peter. What's going on?
Doing good, buddy. Doing good. I need to turn your volume up just a little bit, I guess. Let me go back out to Stan here. So I've been asking a lot of people out there about Christmas gifts. What would you give for your favorite sports team? It could be the Bucs, it could be the Rays, it could be the Lightning. I kind of believe that you're a Rays fan, so if you could get the Rays a big time gift for Christmas, what would it be, Stan Author?
A new stadium, right? I think a lot of people are a little sour on that note, but I love it. I love the whole idea of the cutting edge, complex, all-purpose kind of thing, and I think it would be great for the community. I still don't know how do you get people to come from Tampa to go to a baseball game in St. Pete. I mean, we don't have any problem going to Bucs games, but I don't know. It's a Tampa thing, and as my T-shirt sometimes says, we don't care how they do it in Tampa.
Well, yeah, and a lot of people say Tampa. A lot of people say St. Pete. Harry, you got a question for Mr. Stan here with what he's got going on today with this toy drive here, and then, of course, the I Love St. Pete Fund.
No, great questions, though. It's great comments. I just walked in.
Yes,
I
you
just
did.
met this guy for the first time.
Well, there you go, and we're meeting all each other here. Just give me some final thoughts here, Stan.
What's your name again?
You know what my name is.
No, I don't.
Come on now. Come on. I'm your host, Peter Blake, giving you
Blake
something
Anthony?
to think about.
No, Peter Blake.
Easy. All right. Real quick, Stan, tell everybody about not only this toy drive that's going on, because we got a little bit more time here for families to come down and get some toys, but not only that, the I Love St. Pete Fund.
Yep. You've got about an hour and a half to get down there. It's 3:30 now, and I believe they'll be closing the Christmas toy shop up by 5 p.m. It was intended to go through tomorrow, but we've just run out of toys. There's just not a lot left. The I Love St. Pete Emergency Relief Fund, you can go to that if you'd like to help donate a little cash to help somebody else in our community who's having a rough time. The web address for that is helpstpete.org. Very simply, helpstpete.org. There's a donate button. We have collected and redistributed over $250,000 over the last 3 years, all to people who are suffering through unexpected financial emergencies. We've stopped a lot of evictions. We've fed a lot of babies. We've got a lot of electric and water turned back on. That's typically the business that we're in. So it's helpstpete.org, a great cause. Every penny that is donated goes to helping someone else. I take no salary. I take no benefit from it whatsoever.
All right, man. I really appreciate you. As always, Stan, author of I Love St. Pete. Merry Christmas, my friend, and we'll see you soon here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. All right?
He's on a small delay.
Yeah,
folks.
he is. A little bit of small delay.
I'll
All
see you
right.
later, buddy.
Appreciate you. There you go. Sometimes that happens. And you know what? I got a producer right now because I got to get your lower third up there. Let's see what we could do.
A lower third.
You
Just
need a
take
lower
yours out.
third. Yeah, you need a lower third. Absolutely.
call me-
We're going to get
Just
you a
call me the
lower
best of
third
the
here.
Bay, Tampa Bay Ray. They wouldn't know the difference.
Will you shut up and be quiet, Harry? Welcome to the evolution right there. There we go. Look at that.
I'm not an evolution. I am the revolution.
The revolution. Okay.
Oh
And we
my
got,
God, check that out. It's a lower third for the Greek.
I've always had that. Didn't you know that?
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Haven't done this one. It's first time.
Yes, it is the first time.
So what's going on, Pete?
What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
Same old crap, different day, brother.
Kind of a different.
It's a Saturday. It's
Yes.
a couple of days before Christmas.
Yes.
Everybody, I'll tell you what, it's just a great cause for what you guys are doing over here. What's the cause?
Well, you're doing a toy drive in the back there.
I
And-
like toys.
Do you do? What kind of toys do you? What's your favorite toy that you got Christmas time that you can remember as a kid?
A big wheel.
Okay, big well. I'm trying to think. I mean, there's so many toys that I got when I was
You
younger.
know, Pete, back when I was a kid, I had to ride that big wheel to school
Yeah,
every day,
right.
uphill in the snow, uphill going back home.
This guy sucks.
No shoes
No shoes at all.
in Chicago.
You're telling stories right now on the
Of course
evolution.
I'm telling stories.
Yeah.
Nah, my big wheel was like, it was the thing. And then I got an Atari.
Oh, I love the Atari. Atari
Bro.
2600,
Bro.
and then you had Nintendo, and
Bro.
then you had Sega.
No. I had a Commodore after the Atari.
Okay,
I had a Commodore 64.
nice.
Okay. Some of the best games came off that Commodore 64.
Okay.
And then, of course, we had the Nintendo. Hi, Nicholas, if you're watching. Dad used to beat your ass all the time in Techno Bowl.
And you probably played the Chicago Bears, I assume, right? With Walter Payton, because he was unstoppable during that game,
He was
right?
Unstoppable then. He's still unstoppable.
Was it Walter Payton or Neil Anderson? I think it was Walter Payton in that game.
No, it was
The
Neil
first one.
Anderson.
Was it Neil Anderson
Yeah.
or was it Payton?
No, Peyton retired.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Okay.
As my wife would say, I'm positive.
Okay. All right. To open
Buddy,
phone lines, if you want to talk
we
about
got-
your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 727-255-0391. Yes. How do you like this crowd? Can the crowd make some noise in the background? Can we get the crowd to make some noise? Do you think we can? We turn on that PA system in the background. They're going to lose their minds.
No, we don't need the PA system.
No, you don't need the PA system
No,
too
don't
loud
need the
for
PA
you.
system.
Yeah. See, I thought when Travis
The
got
last
on
thing
here,
they want,
yes,
okay,
is to hear my
Is
voice.
to hear a couple of blooming idiots like us in a bar, which is really cool, by the way.
Yes.
You got to get down here because where am I at?
Cool Vibes Pub and Grub. I
I've
hate
had
you.
a few too many today.
Yeah,
ladies
you've
and
had
gentlemen.
a few. All right.
I'm feeling
That's-
like Ray Kennedy. What's up, Ray? Love, no but love.
You're lying, right? You did have a couple. You have a couple
of
today.
nothing.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm high on life. Just ask Ray.
I guess so. All right.
Hey, big games tomorrow, buddy.
Yes, I know.
And
We're
including
gonna.
today.
Well, let's talk about that a little bit.
First game is.
I don't know. You tell me.
I'm going to tell you what it is because the Greek has a pick for you.
Oh, well, you could do your picks right now. We'll get some picks here. We'll get the over/under live here on the Sports Web, and of course, we'll talk about your Tampa Bay Buccaneers
Who?
as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers facing the Jacksonville Jaguars at Raymond James Stadium. And Trevor Lawrence, that was the big time news about an hour and a half
Is he
ago.
playing or
He's
no?
gonna play.
Okay.
He's cleared concussion protocol. Are
They
you
can't-
surprised by that? By the way,
No, not at all. And
No?
the man shouldn't even be playing either because that
Okay.
concussion was pretty bad. But
Yep.
they're not going to let him miss this game because it's going to put ass in the seats. It's exactly what it is. People from Jacksonville are coming down here. This is a very important game for Jacksonville. They win, they got a chance of making it into the playoffs. They once had a pretty dominating, hold.
yeah,
And that's kind of dissipated pretty quickly. I mean, they have
dissipated.
really-
Listen to you
they
use
have
Leo
actually-
words
they
here.
have
That's
actually
awesome.
regressed
Yes.
the past 3 or 4 ball games.
Mm-hmm.
Other teams that have done this are the Miami Dolphins. But I'll tell you what, instead of talking about that game, we have Cincinnati and Pittsburgh coming up at 4:30, Pete. Cincinnati's a 2.5-point favorite at Pittsburgh. That's the 88% rule, Pete.
Really?
88% rule. The 88% rule says you have to play the home team because 88% of the time when the road team is a 2.5-point favorite, the home team wins. Not in this game. Cincinnati wins this game big. But you know what I like even better, Peter?
Well, going back to this right
I love
here.
the over.
You like the over on this. Why do you
Absolutely.
like the over on this?
Because I think Pittsburgh's going to be good for 14 to 21 points, and I think Cincinnati's going to be unstoppable. They found their quarterback, and it isn't Joe Burrow. He's going to lead them into the playoffs this year, and they're going to make some damage.
Does Mike Tomlin after the season get fired? Because there's been a lot of talk. We had Ralph Williams on, the Mancini brothers there. Not a big fan of Mike Tomlin. He's coached this team for 17 years. Do you think he's in danger, knowing the Steeler organization? They usually don't fire coaches. Would they do that this year with Mike Tomlin if he continues to lose with this Pittsburgh Steelers team? Which, by the way,
They've been saying
your
it for 3
quarterback,
years.
Money Mitch, is starting this game. I'm surprised you picked Cincinnati.
Oh, no, Cincinnati rolls in this.
Okay.
They do it, and the game's going over.
Okay.
I mean, Money Mitch stinks. I mean,
He
I
does
could have told
stink.
you that a couple of years ago.
He's definitely not money.
Here comes the money.
No, it's more like this. Good stuff. All right.
And the second pick for
yes.
that parlay, because you don't have much time, is going to be Buffalo at the Chargers. Buffalo's a 12-point favorite on the road. The total's 44.5 points. If you wait to the last minute, you're going to get this game to get to 45, and you are going to bet the under. Make sure you bet the under, ladies and gentlemen, in that game. Those are my 2 picks for today. Bet the over in the first, bet the under in the second. If you want to get creative, have a 3-team parlay. Go ahead and take Cincinnati minus the points, bet the over, and bet the under in the second game.
All right. Good stuff. Good stuff from Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire. I'm sorry. I got to do it here on the sports web. This guy knows his stuff. He breaks down film. You're just going back to it here, the Cincinnati story. How surprised are you by that with the backup quarterback and how successful he's been? Because a lot of fans out there of the Bengals, and there is a local group, a local chapter here that likes the Bengals, thought that their season would be over with the Joe Burrow. And, Browning has come in and really shown some things. I'm surprised by this kid.
Listen, when he was in college, the kid was a stud.
Yeah.
I mean, he can make all the throws. It's very apparent. For some reason, it just didn't click. There was something coming out of college that the scouts didn't like, Pete.
Sure.
Okay, and that's why he wasn't drafted. Then he got bounced around from team to team. But I'll tell you what, Minnesota really chapped his ass.
Yeah.
This is why he is playing the way he is.
Okay.
Because they didn't have to go with Josh Dobbs.
No, they didn't.
They didn't.
Right.
And he's like, you know what? I'm going to show you guys exactly what I have. He is playing just as good right now as any quarterback in the National Football League.
Yeah.
He's precise. He
Yeah.
can make all the throws. He's actually very mobile. His pocket presence is incredible. And I'll tell you what, he looks really good. And I'll tell you another thing, Pete.
Yeah.
He'd look really good in a Buck uniform.
Well, I think they got their quarterback in Baker. We'll figure it out.
Ain't
But I'll
gonna be
tell
able
you
to
what,
afford 'em.
you shut up. We're going to go back out to the phone lines. What's your name? Where are you calling from? You're on the Evolution here live from Cool Vibes Pub and Grub for this toy drive here a couple of days away from Christmas.
Eric from Lakeland, Florida. What's going on, Peter? What's going on here? You go Bucks.
What's going on,
What
buddy?
up,
Go
Eric?
Bucks. Absolutely. Yes, sir. Let's go. All right. What's on your mind today?
Hearing that he lost, cleared. I almost want to face him because, it's like, you're facing a backup quarterback and like, the Bucs struggle. I want them at their best.
Mhm.
Both teams are fairly healthy besides Christian Kirk. That's a big loss for the Jags.
Right.
But Calvin Ridley, I think Dean I would think Dean would be on Ridley. I don't know who their other receiver is.
What you mean for the Bucs at corner? It's gonna be Jamel
For the
Dean
Jags.
and okay. Wow. No. You're talking about the corner situation for the Bucs, right?
Yeah, and the Jags receivers too.
Okay. Well, it's gonna
3
be
weeks
Ridley.
ago, Peter, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, Jacksonville would have been a 6 or 7 point favorite in this game.
Right.
They are only a 1.5 favorite in this game. And the reason for it is because they started a tailspin. And anybody, and Eric, nothing personal, man. If you really wanted to see Trevor Lawrence in a uniform to play this team because you want to beat the best, that ain't the case in this game.
Yeah.
The Bucs have to win this game. Let me talk about some scenarios. Let me give you some doomsday
Jags, too.
scenarios.
Go
Yeah,
for
the
it.
Jags are in trouble.
Yeah.
Even if they do win this week, that team's in
And
devastating
it's not the end of the
trouble.
world if the Bucs lose.
But hold on. You realize if Carolina wins this week, and I believe they're playing New Orleans, aren't they?
Mhm.
No. Carolina's
No,
not
no.
playing. No.
New Orleans,
Packers.
New Orleans has already lost.
they lost.
to the Rams.
They've already lost.
Yes.
If Tampa loses this game, let's just say they go into the end of the season
Mm-hmm.
tied
Well, you have to beat New Orleans next week.
Hold on. Let's just say they go into the end of the season tied.
Right.
Do you know how big the tiebreakers are here? Because their conference record's going to be, their division record's the same. The conference record's it's going to go down the points.
Yes.
And then it could go down to actually like I mean, I'm not kidding you, man.
Yeah.
They can probably count how many times the water boy went out there. This is going to be an interesting scenario at the end of the season, because I'm going to tell you right now, Carolina,
the NFC South?
Don't sleep on the Carolina Panthers right now. Do not sleep on this team right now, because of the fact that they just got done beating Atlanta. And Atlanta's not done either.
I love it. People come by here, they're ducking because they think they're not going to be on camera. But when you duck, the camera can still see you.
They see you perfectly.
They're going to see you perfectly. That's a 4K camera.
And by the way, they're going, "Hi, Mom."
There you go. Hi, right there. You're on I Love St. Pete. You're on Facebook. You're on. Yeah. Go ahead. Come on in. Yes. Don't be afraid. I'm amazed by this because they act like they're afraid of the camera, and then for some reason they decide to come on over here. Eventually, we're going to get this lady. She's looking at me right now.
Coming. I can see her.
She's going to come over here and talk on the evolution.
Tell you what,
and this guy right here is going to talk
shots,
about college football.
In.
Yeah.
You know that.
See, I love this. I love doing these out remotes right there.
Oh my Lord. No, but anyway,
Yes.
the playoff scenarios are just. It's going to be so much fun. I'm telling you.
If we win tomorrow and beat the Saints, we clinch the division. Or
correct.
The 2 out of 3 wins. So if we lose today,
you're automatically just saying they're beating the Jags and they're beating the Saints. Is that what you're telling me? This is like a home run, easy,
well,
right?
I think
I'm just saying if we do the Jags and do the Saints.
Okay, now how did you feel about this 3 or 4 weeks ago? Was it going to be that easy?
It's a good question.
Oh no. I'll be at the New Year's Eve game. I'm not going to the game tomorrow. I'm just going to watch it at the house.
Okay. All right.
I got offered to go, but
look who it is, my favorite. Please don't hang up on this caller.
I won't. Let me put you on hold really quick.
Hold on.
Alex, we're gonna put you on hold. We're gonna finish up with Eric and we'll come out to you. Stand by. Let me go back out to Eric. Eric, go ahead and finish up.
yeah, I'll I'm hoping we can win because I would nothing I would want to go to the game if we win next week and we correct me if I'm wrong, but if we beat the Jags and then beat the Saints are eliminated.
Right.
I don't know about that.
No. No. The Saints would not be eliminated. You would have to win. You would have to take care of your business versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. And then if you beat the Saints, you would win the NFC South. And basically that Carolina game is pointless. So maybe
because even if we
and that's when the Bucs rest all their players.
We will be both 8-8, but we would have the tiebreaker because we would have swept them.
It's not that easy. If they go tied at the end of the season, you better start looking at the scenarios. I was looking at them, and I'm telling you, you need Leo on steroids.
We would have swept them, Harry. We would have swept the Saints.
If you beat them, yes.
It's not. It's also that goes to strength of schedule. It goes to numerous things.
There's a couple things, but the Bucs would win out if they stay up.
I don't want to see that happen, but boy, is that going to be a lot of fun if it did.
Yes. Well, again, they have to
and
take
then I'll tell the Eagles Cowboys.
They could get FSU'd.
Stop it. Don't go there again.
I just had to go there.
Well, I don't know why you went there, but they're trying to also get out of the ACC. We could talk about that in a little bit.
What's it going to cost them? $500 million?
Something like that.
$572 million or something.
$572 million.
Here comes the money.
Yeah.
They need to get away and go to the Tiny 10 or the Big 2.
Big 10. Well, that's going to pay the most.
The Tiny 10.
Well, it's the Big 10 for them.
Can you imagine Florida having to go to Michigan late in the year?
Florida State, yes.
During a winter storm? Are you crazy?
Yeah. It's a much easier. I think it's
Peter, you need to put the pipe down.
It's a winnable conference. They're going to offer you the most money, and then on top
before
of
you guys
it,
go,
Eric,
I got one question.
Yes,
sure.
Sir.
You think AWJ will play tomorrow?
I don't know, man. I'm not a doctor, and I don't play one on TV. But yes, Antoine Winfield Jr., who's been playing out of his mind. Just knowing what I know, if he's able to play, he'll play.
Yep.
I mean, it's
great call, Eric. Man, thank you so much for calling in tonight.
I'm hoping it was
Go Bucs before you go.
Yes,
Go Bucs. I'm hoping it was just one of those precautionary, but like, hey, it's Friday. It's late in the season. I mean, he didn't practice all week and he aggravated his ankle and still played against. It was like last year, I think. So, I mean, he didn't play in the championship game and we won, but I think he'll go tomorrow.
All right, good stuff.
Way
give
to
me our prediction. Give me a score here, Eric.
Give me a prediction,
quick.
Eric.
I just want to win.
There you go. I like that.
24-17.
All right. Good stuff, man. 24-17, Eric. We'll see you tomorrow here on
Good
the
job,
pregame
Eric. Thank
show with Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy. Hopefully you're on with us there tomorrow. And, of course, the postgame show. Let's go back out to Mr. Alex Nunster. Welcome to the Evolution. What's on your mind today?
Guys, first of all, thank you for having me as always. And I want to start off by saying I wish you guys a very, very Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Wish you a Merry Christmas.
If you know me, I love the holidays. It's one of my favorite times of the year. So, guys, I really hope and pray you guys have a very, very Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
But before Christmas, we got a big game against the Jags, don't we? Let's talk about it. If I'm the Bucs, and if I'm the Bucs, I am looking very high upon this game. I'm very confident going into this game. I do think that the Jags, I know they are all or nothing, but I do think they're taking a big risk on letting Trevor Lawrence play already.
Okay.
I don't like it. I get it. It's all or nothing on the table for them, and it cannot lose this game. You know, the Bucs are still on the edge right now. Bucs are looking high, but what do you guys think about them letting him play this soon? Just passing protocol.
Well, I mean, look, there's definitely a risk to it. But at the end of the day, are you going to really play your backup quarterback when you're fighting for your playoff lives? Of course not, because you can still win. They can still win their division at the end of it because they're fighting it out with Houston. So I'm not surprised by it. You heard all week long that he wasn't practicing, but they come out of concussion protocol, and here he is. He gives you the best chance to win. And if Jacksonville doesn't have him, then I don't think they're going to beat the Bucs. Now, you know, there's a little bit of uncertainty because Trevor Lawrence, even though he's had his up and downs this year, he's still, you know, being considered a franchise quarterback, especially for that team in Jacksonville.
And that is true. But if I'm the Bucs, I'm looking at extremely high going into after last week. You know, I think everybody looked great. I told you this earlier this week.
Yeah.
I think the Bucs put up the best offensive scheme last week, all season long. And if I'm a Bucs fan, I'm only worried about one thing and one thing only, and that's how great is our defense going to come out and play? How great is the secondary going to be? The pass rushing, all these things.
Yeah.
I'm worried about the defense. Can the defense come out and put Trevor Lawrence to the ground? If you put him down if you pass rush him a little bit and rush him, you know, I've not really watched a lot of him this year. I'm not really focused on him this year. But I think it's going to come down to the Bucs defense. Can the Bucs keep the offense on the field long enough to put up? I think you're going to need to put up 21 plus points. I think you're going to need to put a 20 spot up.
Alex,
but if the Bucs defense can come out, I think we can win this.
All right. I appreciate the call, my friend. Use that second call if you want to. As
Thanks,
always,
guys. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Ray Kennedy, I saw you calling in there. Call back. Open phone line 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. We'll go back out to the comments, of course, live here from Cool Vibes, a pub and grub for these.
Cool vibes.
Yes, cool vibes. Am I not cool enough here? We got the toy drive, of course. We got Harry the Greek giving out his picks for the day. We'll get back to that. Tampa Bay Ray, if you want to call back in, you can. So let's see here. We'll read these comments. Let's see. Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy just called in. Call back. This is so much what the season is all about. Absolutely. Andrew Fullbear from Canada. The big board says, what's good? What's good with you, my friend? Foobs says Tampa Bay Ray. Anthony Richardson. Peter, can we talk about the 85 Bears? That's your favorite troll right there.
We could talk all day about that.
This guy sucks.
Thanks a lot. No, not you, him.
Yeah, I thought you were doing that to me.
No, Christopher Cole says, hey, what's going on, Christopher? David says, Harry, you wanted Red Ryder BB gun, and then they even made
Thank God.
a
Ray
movie
Kennedy's
about
calling.
it. Please shut up and be quiet.
I'll
Tampa Bay
listen
Ray
up.
Kennedy, where are you at? Why aren't you here today, my friend? Welcome to the Evolution.
Get my name out your mouth, Peter Blake.
I didn't think that was going to start out with that. I really didn't. Wow, Ray, you amazed me of
You
how
can get something out of Peter's mouth.
Oh, Jesus. Please,
No,
please, guys.
talking about tomorrow's pregame show. Yeah, I hope everyone will join me. I'll be over there. We'll be over there tailgating over at Raymond James Stadium. I'm going to have the soundboard set up, doing some interviews, predictions. What's the best Christmas gift you hope you don't get? But, you know,
Wow, that's a good one.
You like that. But another important facet I like about this game is just to give
You
the
sure
Bucs.
Ray's not here somewhere?
I thought he was. I thought he was going to be
I'm
here.
down here.
Yeah.
I'm down here.
Here, let me
He's
look
down
under the
there,
counter
all
here.
right.
Hold on.
Yeah, you
Oh, there's
see,
Ray.
get down.
But
Jesus,
as Dave
Harry.
Canales, besides the fact telling the Bucs to continue to solidify their chances to take that third NFC South title in a row and continue to solidify their chances and looks for the playoffs, I'd like to say we went 500 against the AFC South, because if you think about these 4 teams we've played in the AFC South, CJ Stroud, they lit us up. The Colts, I don't know. I didn't think we should have lost that game. Of course, what's the game we won again? Just kidding.
Well, you're
What? Where am I?
Right, exactly.
Let
And
me see.
again, you go back to this Jacksonville Jaguars team. They're fighting for their
Where
playoff
am I?
lives here. I don't know. AFC South, the Jaguars are 8-6, the Colts are 8-6, and of course the surprising Houston Texans with first-year coach there.
Well, it was
D'Amico
also
Ryans and
it was
the
the
rookie
Tennessee
quarterback.
Titans.
Yes.
It was the Tennessee Titans. I was setting you guys up, man.
Yeah, man, it's the Tennessee Titans,
Ray,
man.
let me ask you, how many have you had today, my friend?
Nothing, man.
I've
What's
had
the matter with
nothing,
you? He's
man.
had nothing,
I
man.
am high on life, my friend.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I
am
bet you
just-
are. Why do you sound like a Cheech and Chong movie all of a
Yeah,
sudden?
man.
Yeah,
No,
man.
but you know something?
Sound
Wait a
like
minute.
Tommy
Serious.
Chong.
Were you in my house? You didn't go in that left drawer, did you, Ray?
Jesus.
No lie, but I'm telling you guys, that show the other night, my guy Richard came down rock. We had a great show, but I may have grabbed the wrong drink off the counter, because there was I
Yeah.
lost Friday, dude. I lost
Hold on,
Friday.
Ray.
and-
Listen, if the Saints do beat the Bucs, okay,
Mhm.
they will have these same exact records as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yep.
And if they went out and Tampa loses both, guess what? Now the tiebreakers are just absolutely sick.
Okay.
And there's another team that can emerge into this as well.
Who's that?
Those lonely ass Falcons.
Oh, God. I
Can
think
you
the Falcons
imagine
are
a
toast.
three-way tie?
No.
Everything would have to be the perfect storm.
Right.
Ray would have to be sober for more than an hour today. Tell him, Ray.
Right.
Okay.
I am sober.
I know you are. I'm kidding.
A little bit. Mostly.
a little bit. Okay. Peter will have to eat spinach and
I'd buy
cauliflower.
that for one.
Okay.
Well, I can eat I like spinach.
And cauliflower.
Hey,
Okay, it's okay.
did you guys hear
I
my
can do it.
comment though? Harry, did you read my comment though earlier there in the show?
I
Who
can't.
set your guys' shot up? Because I swear to God, you look like Tubbs and Crockett and Tubbs. You look awesome. It's a beautiful shot out there. If it's half as nice out there as being out there as what you guys make
It's
it
gorgeous.
look on
Who do you
the show,
think it is?
just
It's the guy
beautiful.
right here that me and him set it up together. He came
I
in.
wasn't here. I just walked in, Ray.
He just walked in,
Oh,
but yeah, I set
He
it
just
up.
walked in. What's the name of the
we-
place again, though, Pete?
Where you
It's
at?
called Cool Vibes Pub and Grub.
It's
Cool
a little.
Vibes.
We got Little Pete at Little Cool Vibes Pub and Grub.
Little Pete. I got your Little Pete
Right here on
Cool Vibes.
somewhere.
Pub and Grill.
There you go.
Ray, seriously, man, everybody should just join us down there. They got a couple of pool tables. They got a lot of video games. I'll tell you what, the
And they got
cervezas
a
are,
great toy drive
the
going on
cervezas
right
are
now.
pouring. And I'll
Yes.
tell you what, the toy drive is absolutely incredible.
Look
and
at
a
all
lot
the
of eye
toys
candy.
in the background there. Let me ask you,
You know-
Ray, really quick. Let me ask you. I don't know
Yeah.
if I asked you this question. What toy would you get for your favorite team? I'm thinking it's the Rays. So what would you get for your Tampa Bay Rays?
I want to show you a tiny.
Well, that's a possibility. Maybe some more payroll, maybe a new owner.
Ray,
just
tell
saying.
them the truth. What was your favorite toy when you were a kid? Was it a Teddy Ruxpin?
Well, the toy I get for the Rays, but I don't know what it would be, but it would have to be something at least 14 and over. 14 and older, I gotta have some parental
You mean
control
a
on it.
big wheel?
I hate
but-
you both.
I wish you
I
were
had a
here,
friend-
Ray. We would have a 3-shot with a little
I
Pete
will
right here.
tell you though, guys. It was called A Man of a Thousand Faces, and it was a guy. He was dressed in like a 1960s Soviet USSR garb, and he had a bald face and head, but he had mustaches and eyebrows and eyeglasses and it was glue, and you just make up the faces, and
Yeah.
so those were all my
I know
friends.
You shut up and be quiet. What kind of toy would you get for the Rays?
What kind of a toy would I get for the Rays?
Yes.
How about one of those where you keep tilting the board trying to keep the ball from going into the hole, and you can't let it go backwards, because it seems like that's how the Rays are every year. They're right there. They're tilting it, but they're trying to
Everybody
keep
wants
that
the
ball out
ball
of
to
it.
go in the hole.
Oh my God! You know.
Oh God!
All right, Tampa Bay
You
Rays.
see what happens when Ray Kennedy comes on?
Hey, join me tomorrow morning, guys. I'll be over there live. I'll be over there at What the Buck tailgate. So
Is this
please-
for sure?
Yeah, this is for sure. We're definitely
We're going to
this.
post this, Ray.
We're definitely going to post it. We're definitely
Live
Post it.
from Raymond James Stadiums in Tampa
It's
Bay. Is Tampa Bay best
Start
of
of
the
a
Bay?
1,000
Are
stars
you
with
coming
your
out
host.
there? Are you coming out to this tailgate?
Are you out of your tree?
I mean, why not? It's Christmas Eve. What else do you got to do? You got to go shopping?
No, the Greek has to do what he does best. What was that, Ray? What does the Greek do
There's-
best on a Sunday?
So you can't.
Poke pass.
That too. And
Right,
betting.
exactly. Thanks a lot, Ray.
All right, brothers.
Shut up!
All
Ray-
right.
Ray,
Tampa
thanks
Bay
for the
Ray.
call, buddy.
Yep. Open phone line
love
727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. I love them, but you can't multitask on that phone with you have to be
What?
somewhere.
What, man?
Wow.
What are you doing,
I'm done.
Cheech?
I'm done with you, man. Seriously. Done with both of you
Hey,
guys.
man, we're at the Easy Vapes. What's it called?
Cool Vibes.
Oh, that's
Pub
it.
and
Cool
Grub.
Vibes.
Yes.
Why do I want to call it like Easy Vapes?
Well, because you just talked to Chief Bay Ray Kennedy, best of the Bay.
I'll tell you what a great guy. Don't forget, tomorrow he's going to be hanging.
My Chicago connection. Let me go out.
Teddy Ruxpin.
We shut up. Let's go out to Travis Feely.
Talking about Teddy Ruxpin, he's calling in.
Travis Feely of Rocket Sports and Entertainment. Travis, I don't know what to do with these guys. I got one guy right here trying to be a smart ass, wise ass here during a toy drive, and I got another guy that comes in here and acts like Cheech and Chong. Help me out here, Travis.
Well,
What's up, Travis?
hold on. You know what hey, how you doing, Harry? Good to see you. Hey, I'll tell you what. One thing I want for Christmas,
Yes.
and no more day drinking for Ray. Holy cow!
Drinking. Bro, that wasn't
set up
wasn't
this
drinking.
Who set up the shot, guys? You guys look like Crockett and Tubbs up there. Come on, Ray.
Hold on.
Come
I'm
on,
gonna
that's
give you-
off.
I'm
It
gonna
could be
give
the
you a Crockett
worst
and
call in the
Tubbs.
history of the
Crockett
sports
and
web.
Tubbs.
Holy cow! Get that guy some help. We
Hold
need
on.
an intervention.
You
for
guys
that
look
brother.
like Crockett and Tubbs. I mean Crockett, Ray. Crockett, not
See?
Crockett.
Right,
Crockett.
right, exactly.
As we're talking about a toy drive, we're talking about Davy Crockett.
Oh my God, you guys are all right,
This is
Travis.
horrible.
Save.
Is it past 10 o'clock?
I don't know what time it is at this point.
Me
I
neither.
mean,
It's 4 o'clock, boys. It's 4 o'clock and Ray's in the bag. Holy cow!
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's awesome. Ray's awesome. You know what? You guys got a question or a comment for the Greek or Pete or even Travis? You can call 727-255-0391. Or how about this? Why don't you get your ass down here? Where are we, Pete?
Cool Vibes Pub and Grub.
I can't say that 10 times
Yes,
in a row. I've been
Cool
hanging out with
Vibes
Ray
Pub
too long.
and Grub. And I'm going to give out the address right now because I
I
realize
got the address right
it's
here. Pete.
5488 58th Street North, St. Petersburg. So come down here, see Jessica Heather, who's running this. We're going to get her
Where are
on
you
camera.
at, Travis? I'm
Yeah.
hungry, and Peter needs wings.
Well, and I need wings. And I tell you right now, Travis, and this was great the other night. I got to get down here on Wednesday night, guys, because they have wings for like $10 with fries, and I got to taste these wings. They're going to be amazing. $10 for wings and fries. You can't beat that on a Wednesday night.
Yeah, they're about this big.
No.
Kidding you.
Peter-
They're this
Yes.
Peter need wingy.
That's it.
Wingy. Get
Wingy.
Peter wingy.
Exactly. Exactly.
big. Yeah, Peter needs wings.
all right, guys.
Just like Crockett and
I got-
Tubbs.
I got 2 great old Christmas toys for you.
Okay.
First
get?
and foremost, it's got to be one of the greatest, if not the greatest, boys' Christmas toy ever is the Evil Knievel Stunt Cycle, which
Okay.
is arguably the best toy ever. And real close second has got to be the Green Machine, guys. Come on, if you didn't
It
have a
is.
Green Machine when you were a kid,
You know what?
you were definitely
But
missing out.
since we're really going old school, Peter would know nothing about this. Travis, you would. Do you remember Raggedy Ann and Raggedy Andy?
Whoa, 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 whoa. I know
Oh,
all
well,
about
I'm
that.
looking
That's
at him
around
right
there.
now on the screen.
Are you?
Oh, my
That's it.
gosh. You know,
Ann and Andy. Tubbs and Crockett.
Better than Crockett and Tubbs. Holy cow!
Okay.
Somebody needs a lot more
The
pigment. if they
reason
got
why I'm
Crockett and
asking
Tubbs.
is because my mother, I was like 4 years old, bought me this alarm clock. It was,
I just thought of Crockett and Tubbs, man. I don't know why.
listen, she bought me this alarm clock. I wish I had it today. It's worth thousands. And I want to know, the alarm clock had Raggedy Ann and Raggedy Andy on it.
Right.
And when the alarm went off, I'm gonna tell you exactly what it said. If you ever do a time clip of me repeating this
Okay.
and repeat this on this show, I'm
Okay.
gonna hurt you guys.
I'm going to do that then.
Andy, please get up. It's time to call our friends. Okay, Ann, I'm awake. Let's try it once again. We were set to wake you, so here we are to say, please get up and brush your teeth and start your happy day. How long do you think that alarm clock lasted with the Greek? It smashed up against the wall.
That's awesome. You actually remember that from 1940.
Oh yeah, I remember because it 1940. Pete, I'm going to shove your ass outside that door and throw you in the corner pocket of the pool table.
I didn't know they had alarm clocks when dinosaurs roamed the land.
Right, exactly. Wow, what was that like?
Well, that phone call just went to hell.
What was what was World War I like, by the way? What was that like?
Andy, please get up. It's time. Crash.
Well, back then we had He-Man. We had He-Man cartoons. He-Man, I got that. But the one thing I can remember is
Peter. You always thought your mama bought you a Stretch Armstrong.
No,
that was the thing you were playing.
You know,
we're both from Chicago here because that's where I was going.
No matter how hard he thought he had a Stretch Armstrong, it really wasn't a toy. He thought it was.
Oh my gosh! You know, I don't even know where to go with these guys. I mean, this is the reason why they're the Chicago Connection. We got Travis Feely of Rocket Sports and Entertainment. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with the Greek himself, Harry, the Greek professional handicapper extraordinaire, having a good time here. Couple days away from Christmas.
I can't believe it. And you know what? This is a really great cause. And you know what? I hope you guys are enjoying the little camaraderie that we're having here, and maybe a little bit of bantering. And, you know, if we're talking about too much sports, instead of talking about Cockett and Tobbs, it don't make a difference.
Right.
You
So really you don't want to talk about Cockett and Tobbs or anything like that.
Can we talk about Raggedy Ann and Andy?
We can talk about whatever you want to talk about here. Open phone line.
I'm just curious. Does anybody remember that alarm clock?
I don't remember that alarm clock because I was raised to be masculine. But
wow. What's your favorite toy? You got the Evel Knievel. What else can you remember?
He has a Stretch Armstrong too.
Well, you had Nintendo, Atari. You had Sega,
the Atari, Commodore, then Nintendo.
Okay. Well, you had Madden. Madden was always the game. It was always easy. I always knew, baby. Well, see, here's the thing. I was like Madden, and there was another game called Super NES Football. And Mom wanted to get Techno Bowl. And I was like, no, I want Super NES Football. Play that game for at least 2 years. 2 years after Christmas. Get another game. So
I wonder if any of those are under those trees for the Christmas giveaway today.
I don't know, man, but I'm kind of hungry, dude. I was talking to Ray a little while ago. You need to come down here and sponsor some wings or something.
Yeah, we'll definitely get some wings. We'll get some food. We'll try it out here because I'm curious. And like I said, Wednesday nights, man, they got $10 wings with fries. You can't beat it.
$10 a piece.
But it's not $10 a piece. It's $10 for like.
You have to clarify that to the stoners that are out there, Pete.
Okay. All right. So there you go. I'm done. I'm done with you at this point. Yeah, Nintendo was the game. Nintendo was probably the best. And
it was. I had a lot of fun.
Mario Brothers.
Do you have a Switch?
Huh?
A Switch? A Nintendo Switch?
No, not a Nintendo. No.
Because I know in today's world.
Now, if you were bad, you got the Switch. I know what you're talking about.
No. I'm talking about more political things. There's certain things you can and can't say.
No, I'm not talking about what.
Oh, we got her.
We did get her.
She was in the camera.
She was in there. She ran by so quickly. She was still on live there. So.
Are you talking about a Switch like the favorite thing that Adrian Peterson used to carry around?
Yes. If you were a bad kid back then, you got that. That was necessarily not the greatest Christmas gift, but the Switch or Nintendo Switch is what he's talking about.
So who's Crockett? Who's Dobbs?
Oh my God!
Seriously, will you end this, please? Who's Crockett and who's Dobbs?
I have no idea at this point.
I think that's a question for Fancy Ray.
No, I'm asking you though.
Please don't. please don't ask him anything like
Ray.
That. Don't.
Well, Harry.
Yes, sir.
You're a lot more smoother than Mr. Blake, so I'd have to say you're probably Crockett. How about that?
Baby.
All right.
You get to play that role. But hey, guys, let's talk a little bit of football real quick. I know
we can do that.
Discussing this the other day.
Football.
But wow, what a benefit for Buck fans that want to go to that game tomorrow. Obviously, ticket prices are still going down because of the scheduling. 4:00 on Christmas Eve. I wish I was able to go, but we have some family things going on, so we won't be able to make it to the game. But now that Trevor Lawrence is playing, that's even an added bonus because prior to today, him being announced that he was going to be the starter. You'd have Blaine Gabbert as the backup, and not a lot of people want to see Blaine Gabbert, but everybody that's a football fan always wants to see good matchups and good quarterbacks. Yes, and he's also banged up. Guys, I don't know if you know this,
Jacksonville?
The secondary, yes, and the secondary is banged up.
It's CJ Beathard. That would be their backup.
CJ Beathard?
I thought it was Beathard.
It's Beathard.
Is it?
Yeah,
But
well,
there's
that's
another
okay. We're
Blaine
not correcting
Gabbert.
you.
Blaine Gabbert is also on the roster, guys. I just looked up at the injury report, and
Yeah.
they got three guys in the secondary that are banged up, so that'll benefit the Bucs. But where's Godwin stand? I know Godwin was
Don't
banged up
ask
this
his
week
wife.
too.
Well, Godwin right now, we got some news here. It just says that Godwin is in. So there you go. Godwin is in. We'll check that right now, see if there's breaking news on that. But, again, going back to it, Trevor Lawrence passing all the tests for concussion protocol. Travis, are you surprised by that? Because I'm really not.
This is how the NFL, this is how the Jaguars are checking Trevor Lawrence for a concussion protocol.
Yeah, go ahead. Do it.
Hey, Trevor, what's your name? Trevor. Okay, you're in.
Yeah. Well, guys, it's a must-win for these guys. They're competing obviously with a surprise Indy.
He wasn't
coming
missing
up,
this
them
game. I'm
losing their
telling
starting
you.
quarterback.
Right.
What's that?
Trevor Lawrence was never missing this game. Never.
Yes, yeah.
This is a must win. You know what, Travis? Before you do leave, I would like a final score prediction tomorrow. First off, who do you like?
I think it's going to be tight. I think it's going to be 27-24 Bucs.
Okay.
Good call.
27-24 Tampa Bay. And who's what's the biggest key to this game in your opinion? And who's the player of the game? Is it Baker Mayfield? Is it Chris Godwin, who the last couple of weeks you were making fun of?
Is it Trevor Lawrence? Is it a particular gambling wide receiver maybe?
I think it could be Mike Evans having another big game.
I like
because
it.
of the fact that because the secondary is banged up at Jacksonville. And, Harry, we got to have this big Justin Fields discussion real soon, too.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
It'll be very interesting.
Yeah, let's talk about that really quick
right
because
now.
we'll talk about other NFL teams. We're approaching it.
I'd
right?
rather talk over or under tweets from Chris Godwin's wife tomorrow. If he
Well,
doesn't
I tell
get
you
more
right
than 5
now,
targets.
again, that is a blessing in disguise for her to speak up because ever since that's happened, the focal point has been Chris Godwin, and you have seen this offense take off. So thank you very much, Miss Godwin. But let's get back to it here, Travis. We're on with Travis Feely of Rocket Sports and Entertainment. My Chicago connection with Harry the Greek professional handicapper.
The other
extraordinaire.
Chicago connection.
Yes, absolutely. I'm your host, Peter Blake, giving you something to think about. Justin Fields, where do you stand on him at this juncture?
Hey, Saved by the Bell. Ray Kennedy's calling in.
I'm not taking the call.
Of
Sorry.
course you are.
No, I'm not taking that call.
Put it on
right
a
now.
three-way.
No, I'm not doing that. Go ahead, Travis. Tell me where you stand on Justin Fields.
Ray, don't forget to
How
call in
about
as soon as
this?
he's
How
off.
about this? How about this? I am going to give priority to my pal in the Chicago connection, Harry the Greek. We will discuss this at a later date so you guys can get way too buzzed up at 4:12 p.m. on Saturday. Mr. Ray Kennedy.
420.
420, you.
420 somewhere. Travis, thanks
Hey,
so
you
much
guys-
for calling in, brother.
Hey, you guys are the best. Merry Christmas. I'll talk to you soon, Harry, and I'll probably talk to Pete later on tomorrow. So everybody out there, thanks for listening and watching the Sports Web and bring those kids some gifts over there at that toy drive. Why not, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me fire the air horn. Travis, appreciate the time as always, my friend. All right.
Hey, before you hang up on me, hold on.
Yes.
Hey, Harry.
Yes, sir.
Disconnect that damn soundboard already. What's going on?
This is a great Christmas
tried.
present I got a couple of years ago. Also, I got it for myself to annoy people like yourself. Here you go. How about
You know
that?
what?
You like that one?
Travis told me he got you something for Christmas. Can I tell him what it is?
What?
Should I tell him, Travis?
Travis is not there. He's gone.
Then I'm not going to say it.
All
Ray,
right,
don't
whatever.
forget to call back, and I know
Please
it was important.
don't. Yeah, it's not important at
Yes,
all.
it is.
No, it's not. Open phone line 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. We'll read these comments, talk about your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What's your gift that you would get for your favorite team if you had the opportunity? How do you feel about this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team tomorrow versus the Jaguars, a 4:05 game? So we'll have your pregame show there with a tailgate. I believe it's What the Buck there with Scott Bradford, Bucks Life.
Don't curse at me.
Yep, whatever you said. And
Peter, what'd you have for dinner?
I have no idea what you just said. And then after that, we'll have the post-game show live at Raymond James Stadium, no matter how late it is. Let's go out to Eric. Eric, welcome to the Evolution. You're on with yours
up, Eric?
truly, along with the Greek.
What's up, you boys?
What's going on, buddy?
What's up, man? Man, how do you feel about the game tomorrow? Trevor Lawrence is playing. Let's go.
I mean, again, I'm not
think it's
I'm not
great.
surprised by it. I'm not.
I think it's great. You're going to see a really good ball game tomorrow.
You think he's going to throw for over 200 yards tomorrow? You think he'll be effective? I guess that's the next question.
Let's just put it this way: the Bucs need to score more than 24 points in this game to win.
Okay. I
They
think they
score
can.
more than 24, they may win.
I think they can. I think the matchup you have to look at is the secondary against that secondary.
I'd like to hear the expert, Eric.
Do you think Devin White plays tomorrow?
Yes,
if he's healthy, he's playing.
Yeah, I think he plays tomorrow. Todd Bowles revealed that. We'll see. I mean,
and I think he's going to have a huge game.
Well, it remains to be seen for me. I haven't seen Devin White have a great game or a huge game all year.
Over Brett, why would not? I'm still starting Brett. I would start Brett over Devin White. We're 3-0 without Devin White. We should ride with the hot hand.
I don't understand neither, but that's just where the coach is going at this point. He feels like Devin White gives him the best opportunity.
If we lose, he deserves to be fired. Both deserve to be fired.
No, I'm not going to go down. I'm not.
What? After winning how many games
Eric,
in a row?
Why do you want to fire?
This.
I don't know why. Why do you want to fire a coach so bad? Give me the opportunity. Tell me why you want to fire Todd Bowles.
Because if you put Devin White in, if he loses the game, it costs us the game. We're 3-0 without Devin White. We should ride with the high hand.
Let me be really clear. If the Bucs lose, it ain't going to be because of Devin White.
Right. I mean, but he would definitely not help the situation.
Let me be very clear. It might be because of Baker Mayfield. It could be because of a couple of fumbles. It could be a lot of things. But trust me, it ain't going to be because of the defense.
Well, it is going to be because of the defense because Devin White against the Atlanta Falcons.
Your guys are right.
Allowed the big play at Raymond James Stadium there. So it could definitely be. It's not just going to be because of Devin White. And I understand where you're coming from. But even if you lose to the Jacksonville Jaguars, Eric, and you're looking to fire Todd Bowles, you still have it.
Who's going to take the blame for the loss? Would it be Devin White or would it be Todd Bowles?
It's going to be everybody. It's going to be a whole team effort.
No, let's pick out one person. Whose fault is it going to be, Eric? We're going to hold you to it.
What I'm saying, if Devin White gets no picks, no tackles, or
he's out of position. That's what you're saying.
No. What he's saying is if Devin White gets no picks, no tackles, what else? No assists, no sacks, and no intercept, no fumble recoveries. It will be his fault.
I believe it's both of them.
And you're ready to fire Todd. You're ready to fire Todd Bowles if they lose against Jacksonville.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay, so what are you saying? Because that's the first thing you mentioned.
Eric,
that is the first thing you mentioned when you got on the phone. Eric, that is the first thing you mentioned when you got on the phone call. You said, well, if he plays Devin White, let's fire Todd Bowles. And I said
only if they lose.
But they're not out of it. Wait, they're not out of it yet. Even if they lose to Jacksonville, they still have a game to play against New Orleans.
It's going to be very interesting.
This is what drives me crazy about Bucs fans. You guys, hold on. Stop interrupting me. Please, for the love of God, stop interrupting me. Let me talk. Damn.
Okay, we'll all be quiet.
Okay, thank you.
Father
if they
Pete,
lose, if they lose against Jacksonville, it doesn't mean they're necessarily out of it. They still have an opportunity to beat the Saints, and they're still in the playoff chase. I don't know why Bucs fans all of a sudden just want to fire Todd Bowles after a 3-game, like fire the coach. Like that is always the answer for you guys. I don't understand it. Now you can talk.
What I'm saying, if Devin White costs us a game, and who do you blame?
Devin White.
You blame everybody. You don't just blame one person. But again, it goes back to also Todd Bowles having accountability, and you would hope that he would provide accountability for Devin White, which he has not done. I mean, it's why are we playing this blame game like it's everybody's fault?
Hold on. If they don't have Todd Bowles, who do you want? Bruce Arians?
For me?
Yeah, no, the other guy on the phone. Yes, you.
I want Mike Tomlin.
Oh, you want Mike
Tomlin?
You want
Mike Tomlin. Who a guy who just got fired and also is a defensive-minded coach.
What I'm saying, he have never have a losing record in the National Football League.
He may this year.
But you still want him. Yeah, I can understand it. I like Mike Tomlin, too.
I like Mike Tomlin,
Great
too.
call. Thank you so much.
All right, Eric. Appreciate the call. Thanks a lot.
Bring it in. Mike Tomlin. There you go.
I like Mike Tomlin. I'm not going to say I don't like Mike Tomlin because he is a consistent coach, and Eric is somewhat right. He may have a losing season this year and may get fired. That's what we came in with. But this whole fire the coach all the time from Bucs fans, it drives me crazy. That's why I got gray hair. Honestly, it's like every conversation. I get it. People don't like Todd Bowles, but the Bucs are still in this.
Listen, I'm going to tell you how the season's gone for the Bucs this year. What's going to happen? Are they going to win more than 3 games? Sure they are. Hold on. Oh, no. We got to get rid of Mike Evans. He's not going to pan out. Chris Godwin, he's non-existent.
Should we take this call?
Oh, yeah, we're taking this call.
All right, let's go.
I'm going to answer it live from 1252 Sports in Chicago. We have Mr. Fat Mike. Fat Mike, how the hell are you doing, buddy?
How's it going, guys? Hey, I think the Bucs should fire their coach. I'm just.
I mean, why not? Let's just fire a coach every game. I mean,
who do you think should? Mike, who do you think?
Let's hire one of the best coaches that the National Football League has ever seen, and that's never going to be let go. And let's blame Devin White for everything.
Yep.
Well,
I agree.
Listen, I think he's definitely.
I think Matt Eberflus would look good in Peter and.
Any fucking the Kool-Aid man would look good in the Bears tank top coaching that team. Let's get real here.
So we went from Ray Kennedy.
Yes.
To Eric.
Yes.
To Travis.
Yes.
To Fat Mike.
Yes.
This show has gone to hell in a handbasket.
Let me tell you something. Peter, I see the frustration all over your face. Harry, quit sparking things more blaze.
No, I just here.
Listen, gas on paper.
Listen,
okay?
here's my frustration. My frustration is that this team right
baby.
now. Hold on. This team is 7-7 right now. They have a legitimate shot to not only win in their division,
and do what?
but also have a home playoff game. You don't know.
That's
just
true.
get in.
That's
just,
true.
But and you still have fans
saying,
fire the coach.
Whether
if they lose against the Jacksonville Jaguars, they're not out of it. They still have a chance to beat the Saints, and then you win the NFC South. And for some fans, for some reason, that's not good enough. Like you guys are spoiled.
Who's winning the NFC South, Mike?
Peter, you're talking about a fan base up here in Chicago.
Yeah.
Who at one point was rooting for Josh McCown to take over the starting job from Jay Cutler.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, who are we kidding here?
Now I'm going to ask you a question because we're not talking about the
people
Bears.
People are meatballs, and that guy who called in, is a meatball. He doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground.
I mean, I like Eric.
We all like Eric.
I
It's
think
just an opinion.
He just wants to sit there and say, well, Todd Bowles is playing Devin White, so that's on Todd Bowles. That's a fair thing. But
who's winning the NFC South, Mike? That's what I want to know. Who's winning it?
Who's winning the NFC South?
You got 3 choices: Atlanta, New Orleans, or the Bucs. Not who you want to see win it. Who's winning it?
My opinion, the way things are turning around right now, I would say that the Atlanta Falcons pull out and win the NFC South.
Wow, that's a huge. That means both New Orleans and Tampa have to lose their next 2 games, and they have to win.
Wow, it's a possibility. I just don't see it. I think this Falcons team is done.
Tough.
I think this Falcons team is done. When
I
they
do
lost
too.
to Carolina last week, they're done. Toast.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, he's also a Cub fan, so.
No, but you got to understand that offense is finally finding its groove a little bit.
Right.
They're starting to use Kyle Pitts a little bit more consistent.
Yeah, okay.
They're starting to figure out what they're doing. They got Heineke.
You're right. They got Desmond Ridder, and they got yes.
I wish Mike was down here in Florida doing this right now with us. They got a huge toy drive going on over here, Mike. Not only do they have really great spirits over here, but they got toy drives over here. And there's a Teddy Ruxpin doll with your name on it I'd like to give you.
Oh, man.
Let me ask you, Fat Mike, what was your favorite toy you got when you were a kid?
What was your favorite
Christmas?
Toy? And not the thing between your legs, Mike. What was
my
it?
God.
Oh, man. I would say when I found my pecker, that was the best toy I found.
I know. But seriously, what's your favorite toy, Mike?
When I was a kid, I had an N64.
Oh, okay. What was it now?
Nintendo 64.
Okay, what game?
Yeah, what game?
Bonds, dude. GoldenEye 64.
Oh, yeah, that was a good game.
My God, he hit it right on the head.
He did. He's killing it. That was a great game. I played that. Yeah, that was before
GoldenEye 64 was the best, man.
Absolutely. All right.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I got one last question.
Yes.
Got to put this narrative to bed. Earlier, Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy called up and said that we were Crockett and Tubbs, okay, from Miami Vice. Which one is Crockett? Which one's Tubbs?
I would say that you guys are more like Mutt and Jeff.
Mutt and Jeff. There you go. That's a good, honest question. You're the Mutt. I'm Jeff.
I would say Mutt and Jeff, but we get it. Mutt and Jeff are gay. I understand.
Oh,
man,
we didn't go there.
This guy sucks.
All right, so let me ask you this,
Hugs
and
and
we'll get
kisses
you
to
out
you,
of
lover
here.
boy.
Fat Mike,
Yes,
you
sir.
have an opportunity to get your Cubs or one of your favorite Chicago teams a Christmas present. What would it be?
A blowing up airplane.
Shut up.
He always says that.
Can we keep this a family show, please?
Yes, please.
If I get one, but none of these assholes deserve a Christmas gift. They deserve nothing. They have more money than I do. What the hell can I buy them that they can't afford themselves?
$1 million.
I knew Fat Mike was going to do this. I asked
Mike, you're
everybody
always
else.
good for something. Mike, thanks so much for calling in. You can use your second call in the next show.
Yes.
Love
I
you,
love
brother.
you guys. Have a good Merry Christmas. I'll talk to you guys
Merry
soon.
Christmas.
Merry
Fat
Christmas
Mike
to
from
you.
1252. Open phone line 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Yes.
I was hoping the hearing
All
impaired.
right. Thank you. I appreciate that. Did I not say it loud enough? Goodness gracious. We're live here from Cool Vibes Pub and Grub. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with the Greek himself, Harry, the Greek professional handicapper extraordinaire. So you went through some of these games here.
Yeah, good games, Mike.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm not Mike.
you kind of look like.
No, don't.
Kidding you.
Don't. Not at all.
Hey,
Yes.
that line went to -3 like I said it was going to.
Okay.
It did. And the total's 39. That total went up. I really hope you bought it when I told you to buy it.
Well, there you go. And we're live here on
Still-
Instagram and Twitter. by the
Still
way.
like the over in this game. Under in the next game, which is Buffalo and the Chargers. And don't be afraid. Bet Cincinnati. They should win big over Money Mitch and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
And the soon-to-be Tampa Bay new head coach, Mike Tomlin.
Love it. Well, we'll see. We'll see what
I
happens.
say fire
because-
everybody. Shouldn't they fire Jason Light too? No?
No.
Are you sure?
I don't think they're going to fire him, and I'll tell you why. Because the Glazers have lots of confidence in Jason Light, and Jason Light has definitely earned up a reprieve.
Are you sure?
For
Because they're
building
not.
this
Because
team.
they're going to Todd Bowles. If Jason Light lets Todd Bowles play what particular linebacker? What's his name?
Devin White.
Devin White.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'm not too far fetched here. Maybe we should start that rumor.
Well, look at this, and we got
I
a
just
fan.
want-
we
I
got a
just
fan
want-
walking by. He wasn't scared of the camera, although he didn't look at the camera. He wanted to talk college football
Hey,
before,
you ready? Hang on.
and I definitely want to get the bartender over there. How you guys doing? What's going on?
Oh, come on.
Somebody's coming in and out here.
Nope,
They're
she
getting
doesn't
toys
like it.
all day long.
We got you.
We got to get you on here to come in here and talk about Cool Vibes Pub and Grub here. We'll read these comments. Harry, you wanted a Red Ryder BB gun. They even made a movie about it. So what about it?
I had a
BB
red.
gun?
Hold on, man. I had a Red Ryder. What do they call those things? Sleds.
Yeah.
On a toboggan. I used to have so much fun. Peter, I tell you what, some of the funnest times I had when I was a kid was in a cemetery that Al Capone is buried in.
Why?
Okay, it's offered. I'll tell you why, because there was like this huge hill.
Okay.
And all the gravestones, it was like an obstacle course. And on this, we would make it our own toboggan when we were kids. You see, kids, I used to have to go to school and walk uphill barefoot every day in the snow. But so how we had fun is we would take these large cardboard boxes. We'd look up and down the alleys. And then whoever got a new refrigerator, we would cut the one side of the box out.
Yeah.
And we would tear holes and put 2 ropes on it. And we would tip the front of it up. So like be up. So we go to the top of this hill and 2 of us would sit on there and we would try to navigate this thing going down like 100 miles an hour on these hills.
Right.
Without having to hit the gravestones. But you know what was left?
What was that?
The road that was coming up that was 6-way traffic. God forbid you didn't hit a gravestone. You got hit by a car.
Easy. Well, there you go. Well,
I
there
just
you go.
thought you'd like to know that. It
Yeah,
was fun.
absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for that.
That's how the Greek got drain damage.
Absolutely. Obviously, you did. Tampa Bay Bucs says, Braden, thanks a lot for tuning in here on YouTube.
Hi, Braden.
Facebook user just say that Godwin is in.
That's good. That's good.
Should Cowboy fans get mental health insurance for the start of 2024? That's a good question.
That's a really, really
Does a
good
Cowboy
question.
fan need mental insurance when it comes to December? What was that versus the Buffalo Bills last Sunday?
Another game that I predicted
You
Buffalo
did.
was going to win that
You
game
did.
handily. I don't
I'll
think
pat
that,
you on the back for that. I know
don't
you
think
wanted
Dallas is going to have that kind of a letdown this time against Miami. I actually honestly think that they're going to hand Miami a pretty bad defeat tomorrow.
Okay.
And I think they're going to end that streak. But you're right. They do need mental health insurance. But true story, back in the 90s, did you know that the Dallas Cowboys had, on their road games, it used to take 2 airplanes
Mhm.
to go to an away game.
Sure.
One plane was for the coaches and the players, and the other plane was for the parole officers.
Very good. I like that. That's very good.
Just to
Very
let you
good.
know.
Oh, yeah.
Very good. I'll give you a little macho man
So
right
now
there.
they have a second plane that can carry the parole officers as well as the mental health people.
All right, comment of the day
Physicians.
here. You guys look incredible. Beautiful shot. Did you do it? Harry came in. He
Who
helped
was
me
that?
out with the shot. That was Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy making
Ray.
comments. Great show, guys. Thank you, Roger. I'm surprised we didn't get a call by Roger. The question is out there, guys.
Why would he call
Your
you?
favorite team.
You hang up on him.
I hang up on him because I love him, but also because he kind of interrupts me and gets me angry sometimes. So that's what I got to do. Like, I've tried to be respectful, but if you interrupt me and then continue to talk over me, and I see you right there, she is sneaking all over the place trying to avoid that camera. She cannot avoid the camera. You cannot avoid the evolution.
We're going
of
to bring the
Sports Talk
camera
Television.
and pan the whole
Yes,
bar.
that's what we should do. We should pan the whole bar. And we're live here on I Love St. Pete, YouTube, of course, Twitter. Twitter now can have comments. That is cool.
Twitter?
And Instagram, yes, X, whatever the hell it's called
It's
now.
X, baby. Get
X,
it right.
X,
Twitter
X.
was a thing of the past. It's X, baby,
Oh,
right
X.
here.
All right. Well, you can get comments on it now too. So thanks a lot to StreamYard for that.
How about Instagram?
Instagram, yes, you can get comments on that too. Well, let's check
Peter,
in
you got
Instagram.
Graham?
Yeah, the grammar's right there.
No, you got Graham?
Graham.
Are you on Graham?
Yes.
You are?
We're
I'm
live right now on Graham. I'm looking. Take a look right now. That is
on
live.
Instagram.
Ruth the Truth, I see. My sister
Ruth?
tuning in. Ruth the Truth.
Is that my girl,
Big
Ruth?
Head Said has joined. Thank you very much
Let me tell you
for
something.
doing
You
that.
never get a chance. Make sure you do follow Ruth the Truth.
Yes.
One of the greatest you will find. Seriously.
Absolutely.
Love you, Ruth.
Absolutely. Love you, Ruth. Thanks a lot. Merry Christmas to you. Thanks a lot for all your great content. As always, covering the Tampa Bay Lightning. We'll have to get her on. Lightning the other night. You watch hockey? You watch the Chicago Blackhawks, right?
No, I like hockey.
See the Tampa Bay Lightning the other night and that big-time win over the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Not so golden, my friend. 5-4 there. Late goal by Nick Paul. Exciting. Lightning blow the lead there 4-2 after scoring 4 goals in the second period and then come back and win. You had to watch the whole game because Vasilevsky saved the Lightning's ass.
Vasi was playing good.
Vasi was, yes, tremendous. All right, let's go out to Luis here. Pressure on Lawrence establishing the run game with White. All right, I guess we'll allow him to have a second call here.
Ray Kennedy.
God help me. Best of the Bay, Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy, what do you have to say using your second call as I believe you dropped something in the floor there? Maybe.
What's up, Ray?
Using my second call. You're damn right, Peter. Because going back to the good old days when it was just a radio station and it was the best damn sports FM station on Saturdays here in Tampa Bay.
Whoa!
You always were allowed a second call, and I'm using my second call to say, "Are you talking about hockey?"
We did. We talked about
NFL
hockey.
season.
We talked about NFL football. We talk about baseball. We have people right now looking at me like I'm crazy,
Teddy
trying to
Ruxpin.
avoid the camera. We saw you right
Yes.
there. We got you right there. She's in the back.
Nice.
She was running across.
We got Teddy
She doesn't
Ruxpin.
understand. You got toys in the background. You
Big
got a toy
wheels.
drive going on. You've got food. I got a taste here in about 10 minutes after Harry buys me some food. Probably.
I gotta tell you
I'm
though,
bouncing.
I gotta drop this one on you. The
Such an
U.S.
idiot.
The USF Bulls go down to Boca Raton.
Yes.
And they lay a statement game on the Orangemen of Syracuse by the score. What was the score, Pete?
45-0.
To nothing.
Over the Syracuse Orangemen. Thanks a lot for showing up
Yes.
from the ACC. Yes.
Well, but also Coach Galesh, when we talked to him in the presser after the game where they locked up the bowl, Coach Galesh said the biggest win is that recruits come on campus. We're still practicing for a bowl game, whereas and of course they got through the signing period, had the best signing period in AAC this year, going up from 8th last season. So I know you guys are going to close it out. Great show, by the way, but I thought I'd drop a little.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Bring some of that food back for me, but I thought I'd drop a little bit of Bulls knowledge out there and say, Bulls Nation, horns up. Let's get ready for 2024. It's going to be a wild ride.
I think I have a USF theme song here. Here it is. Here we go. 7-6 for the year. Alex Golish and what he's done has been tremendous.
That theme song sounds like it could belong to like a couple of hundred colleges.
Actually, Harry, that was a theme song from my Tinder page. I don't know if you guys have heard of it.
Tampa Bay Ray has a Tinder page being married. The views of Tampa Bay Ray do not reflect the Sports Web and I Love St. Pete or cool Vibes Pub and Grub here. All right.
Sorry
right.
about
Yes.
that, Pete.
That's
I'm
all
sorry.
right.
We love you, Pete.
Hey guys, just want to say, great show though. It really looks great. I can't wait to get down there to Cool Vibes. I mean, it's just like I said, it looks great in there. The shot was nice, and
Yeah.
as always, locking it down. And don't forget the pregame show tomorrow.
Yes, sir. We'll
For-
be out
for
at
the
the
Bucs.
tailgate. What the Buck tailgate there? You got to get me directions. We'll ride together, and we'll do what we do, and we'll have the evolution of sports talk television along with the Cup of Ray. As the lady is trying to avoid the camera, she walked around this time, but we still got you coming out the door there. So
For-
nothing
So-
is hid here from the camera. Yes.
But also tell her that we're connected into the CCTV, so we also got her dancing all around the camera
There
around
you
the
go.
restaurant too.
Exactly.
So hey, brothers, you guys
Yes.
take care. I'll talk to you later.
All right, appreciate you,
See
Tampa
you,
Bay
Peter.
Ray Kennedy. Will you shut up and be quiet? Don't even know who it is.
Go next.
Said, see you, Peter.
Wow, I'm getting old.
You are getting old.
Actually, I do got to bounce.
Where you got to bounce to?
Buddy, there's a couple of ball games going on.
Well, we got Eric calling in for the second time. So you want to take this call and then get the hell out of here?
Sure.
All right, let's go out to Mr. Eric using his second call. Welcome back to the Evolution here, live from Cool Vibes Pub and Grub. What do you have to say? By the way, Merry Christmas, my friend.
Merry Christmas, Eric.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you guys. What's your guys' takes about the Florida State lawsuit in the ACC? What's your takes on that?
Well, stand by. I want you to put you on hold here. Whoever's on hold right now, we're going to finish up with Eric, and then we'll come out to you. Stand by. What do I think about it? It's going to be a lot of money here, and that's been the big time talk yesterday, where Florida State had an emergency meeting. $572 million to get out, but all the money they're going to make from the Big Ten eventually, it's the right thing to do. When this team was left out of the NCAA committee and they were not able to be in the playoffs, it was time for them to go. The ACC, they didn't talk for them. They were upset about FSU trying to maneuver out at the beginning of the year. For them to get into this chase next year, you got to move on. The ACC is a conference that's losing lots of money. I say go for it. Go to the Big Ten at this point.
Yep. And Florida State will get into the playoffs next year because due to the new.
They should have got in this year at 13-0. I don't know what you have to prove.
Let it go, guys.
Not gonna let it go. Let this go.
Let me guess. If Florida
This
State
ain't frozen. We ain't letting it go.
If the Florida State beat the Georgia Bulldogs, we deserve to be champions.
Well, you're not going to beat Georgia most likely because all the players that went into the transfer portal and then also went for the draft. So that's the thing. A lot of people are going to go.
You got a call and hold, don't you?
We do got a call and hold. All right, Eric, appreciate the call. As
You're
always,
welcome.
Merry Christmas, my
Merry
friend.
Christmas, Eric.
Let me
You're
go
welcome,
back
man.
out to the phone lines. What's your name? Where you're calling from? You're on the Evolution.
Hey, what's up, Peter and Harris, Jeremy? How y'all guys doing?
Doing
Pretty
great,
good.
Jeremy. Merry Christmas, buddy. What are you guys doing
Christmas.
over here? We're having a situation where people are trying to avoid the camera, but they don't quite understand that you were just on the Evolution on that camera because it is a 4K and it is a wide lens, so it's going to catch you. Go ahead,
Very
Jeremy.
wide.
Yes.
No, I'm excited for the game tomorrow. I'll actually be there. I'm taking my oldest daughter. We're going to be there tomorrow, so we'll be there rooting them on, taking on Sunshine and the Kitty Cats.
Yes, absolutely. And, how do you feel about this game? What's your biggest key for the Bucs to win? First and foremost, who's your player of the game?
I'm gonna to go Rashad White. He's
Okay.
been getting confident running the football. I think he's gonna have a big day tomorrow, like he did the last couple of games. The ones to watch out for is to get pressure on Lawrence.
Okay.
You gotta pressure the hell out of him. Don't give him any time. Take advantage of his injuries between his ankle, concussion. Try to take him on, and hopefully Winfield will be okay playing the game.
Yeah, I tell you right now, I don't feel good about the Bucs' chances if they're without Winfield Jr., although he's missed games in his past where I think he actually missed the NFC Championship game versus the Packers. And I know we got another call here. So stand by, Jeremy. Let me put you on hold. I know who this is. Stand by, Mr. Williams. We'll come right back out to you after we're finished with Jeremy, okay?
All right, 10-4.
All right. Well, I guess he's gone. I'm sorry about that, Jeremy. Call back if you want to. Mr. Williams, welcome to the Evolution. Merry Christmas, my friend.
Yeah, man. Merry Christmas to you guys. Hey,
What's up, man?
like I say, we gonna see where we go. Appreciate the Rams from doing what they did.
Yeah.
We gonna see where we go. I still say let 45, get on out of there.
I agree.
Send him on his way.
Yep, I agree.
And,
I completely agree. I don't think Todd
all
Bowles.
this about Todd Bowles, my daddy figure and all that. Okay, the best guy I ever coached. Y'all is covering for each other. If I ain't never heard of one, sound like a cover up. But anyway, like I say, hey, if you don't want to dress out, you don't want to work, hey man, get him out of there. Hey, if Mr. Mayfield get him to even the round one, I say give him another year or two. But Jason Light, please draft you a quarterback.
So you're in favor, even though a Baker Mayfield comes back on a re-sign here, you bring him back on an extension, you're still willing to draft a quarterback?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why is that?
Yes, sir, because if, even though we got Kyle Trask, okay, he deserves a shot too.
Yeah.
All right, but I say, put someone, get someone for a long term for the next 4 to 5 years. Okay.
Okay.
Because Baker, don't get me wrong, hey, and nothing against Dave Canales or whatever his name is, nothing against him, but I hope we do find us a nice offensive coordinator, man.
Well, I tell you right now, I'm not ready to give up on Dave Canales. I'm not ready to give up on Todd Bowles. I think, Dave Canales showed there were flashes of brilliance. I get it. It's taken a while here, but it certainly seems like.
Do you remember how I said I like the over?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah.
No, that's okay.
Hey, Harry.
Pittsburgh 7-0 already. What's up, Mr. Williams? What?
Yeah, man. What's up with my wing, man?
Yeah,
Can I
what's
leave
up
my
with his
wings
wings?
tomorrow,
Where's
man?
his
Mr.
wings
Williams,
at?
you got 10 minutes to get down to the bar, and I'll buy him. I'm here right now.
We got to set it up here. We got to set it up. We got to have this
Now,
on the sports
what's
web.
up tomorrow, man? Can I come tomorrow, man? Then I get my wings,
No,
man.
but I won't be there. But I'll tell you what. You live in Tampa, right, Mr. Williams?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a formal invite in the next 2 weeks. I'm going to give you a direct message, or I'm going to tell you live on the air. I'm going to be at the Tampa Greyhound track betting on simulcast horses. They have great wings. They got great food. And you come on up with the rest of the sports heads out there and the Greekites. I'll tell you what. Webheads. Sorry. Sport webheads.
Sports heads.
Well, the Greekites.
Oh, where's that?
Man, it's on Bird and 275 right there at Nebraska and Bird.
Nebraska and Bird. Yes, sir.
Yeah, don't tell me you don't know where that Tampa dog track is.
At the old dog track right there.
Yes, right there. Exactly where I'll be. I'll be handicapping some horses. I'll buy you your wings. You can have whatever you want. You can have your alcohol. You can have all the food. You can do whatever you want. I'm going to hook you up.
Man, I want my boy Peter to come down on the trip, man.
Oh, no.
Well, I may have to come out there sometime. I'll definitely come out there sometime.
No, Peter won't be invited.
No, I'm not invited?
No, you have no idea. You haven't seen this guy Peter eat.
Hey, you must say, hell, you haven't seen Mr. Williams eat.
Yeah.
No, I ain't worried about your food now.
He's
the
not
food,
worried
I got
about
you
you.
covered.
He's got
I just know that bar bill's going to be really big, ain't it?
Yeah, right. Because I like Budweiser to go with my wings.
Well, see, there you go. Budweiser. He said Budweiser.
It's not Bud Light, is it?
No, Budweiser.
Because people that drink Bud Light can't hang out with the Greek.
No, kid. I need the red and white can.
That's good. I'm a Miller Lite kind of guy.
Shut up.
Hey, man, we gonna beat Jacksonville so we can go ahead on there, win the South, and
what a great call.
See where we go from there.
Love Mr. Williams.
Hey, hat goes off to Mr. Antoine Winfield Jr. Love the guy.
Yeah.
He
has to play tomorrow. That's a big loss if you don't have him. So hopefully he plays tomorrow. I think if he can, he will.
Levante Davis, hey man, I am with you 100%, Levante. They might as well get your gold jacket ready, brother.
I agree.
Hey man, number love. Hey Harry.
Yes, sir.
hit me up on Facebook or whatever, and
I promise you,
let's make that happen.
I will let
Mr.
you know when
Williams,
I'm out there, Mr. Williams.
I got to ask you, how's your health doing?
Hey man, I thank God every day they are checking my cells 3 times a week.
Excellent.
Because I found out last week that it can do a U-turn because due to the fact is from the type of surgery I had with a mass on my left side, but right now God got everything, man.
Yes, he does, and he sees everything. Thanks so much for the call, Mr. Williams. Have a Merry
All right,
Christmas.
man. Love you guys.
We
Hey,
love you
Harry.
too, man. Yes, sir.
See you soon, my brother.
Yeah, no,
Yes, sir. You will.
No, Mr. Williams, I promise you. I got you.
Mr. Williams, God bless you. Merry Christmas, my friend. I hope you
Yes,
get lots
sir.
of Christmas gifts, and we'll see you soon on the Evolution, all right?
Yes, sir.
See you on the post game. Actually, we're having a tailgate tomorrow, so definitely tune in early to that. If you can get up, you should.
There will be no Bud Light, though.
No, I don't think there'll be. I don't know,
Peter?
man. I don't know what. Yes.
I got to fly, my brother.
You got to fly. You got to get out of here.
I really wanted to come out and donate some time for such a great cause where we're at. Make sure you do come out here. What a great toy drive that they're having out there. Seriously, come on by. Just say hello to Peter and everybody that's in here. They got a packed house, a couple of empty pool tables. The football game's going on. I'll tell you, you guys are going to have a really, really good time. If I don't get a chance to see you, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, and all that good stuff that's out there. Much love from the Greek. Peter, we'll talk to you later.
All right, my friend.
I got to bounce.
Okay.
And
make some money.
I'm going to try to make some money tonight.
All right.
And
as always, you killed it.
As the great RH says, go Bucs.
Go
Bucs.
Bucs.
Go Bucs.
Oh, Jesus.
Sounds like Richard Nixon. Go Bucs.
Oh, my gosh.
See you later.
All right, there you go. Mr. Harry, the great professional handicapper extraordinaire, out of here. So we'll get his lower third out of there. Open phone lines if you want to call up. We'll wrap this show up in just a little bit there. Yo, well, I move over just so. But I got somebody coming on. I'm gonna have the bartender come on and talk, and I'm gonna try to get fans on. Please don't touch my sound deck there. Don't do that. Leave my sound deck alone. I love you, brother.
We love you too, man.
Yeah, man. Merry Christmas. All right, good stuff there. Open phone line 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Jeremy, if you want to call back, I don't know what happened. Make that phone call if you want to talk about your Tampa Bay Buccaneers as we wrap this up here from Good Vibes Pub and Grub here with their toy drive. I need to get you on. I don't know if she can see me or hear me, but I want to get her on to talk about this, what she's doing here. So we'll see if we can get her on. I'll be 47 on Christmas Day. Well, happy birthday, my friend. That was hilarious, Harry, what you did for have dinner. Hello, what's going on? How you doing? What up, Peter and Harry? Thank you very much. Jeremy, let's go out to the phone lines. What's your name? Where you're calling from? You're on the Evolution.
Pete, it's Kurt. What's up, bro?
What's up, man? I haven't heard from you in a while. Merry Christmas to you. Hopefully you got all your Christmas shopping done. Where you been, my friend?
I've been working my behind off, brother.
I got you, brother. So what's on your mind?
Well, okay. Number one, I hope we definitely get a win tomorrow.
Yeah.
Is Lawrence playing tomorrow?
Lawrence is playing. That was the breaking news a couple hours ago.
He is playing.
He has
he
passed
is playing.
concussion protocol, so
good.
It's looking like he's going to start according to ESPN. Yes.
Good. So when they lose tomorrow, there's no excuses.
There you go. Exactly.
Okay. Nothing, man. I'm just ready for the holidays to actually be over with because, God, we spend so much money on these holidays.
I'm telling you, and I think this is a great thing to be a part of here because we're at Cool Vibes Pub and Grub. They're having a toy drive. Families coming in here, getting toys. It's a great time. And we had to come out here and support it because we're a part of I Love St. Pete. And we love that platform. Nearly 158,000 following what Stan Author and Jessica Heather does for
where are you doing the game from tomorrow?
I will be at the tailgate in the morning, and then I will be covering and credentialed by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, representing, of course, the JP Peterson Show and, of course, the Evolution of Sports Talk Television.
Okay.
And we got you for your post-game edition live on the field at Raymond James Stadium.
There we go. Hey, make sure you pick some grass up and put it in your pocket and take it home.
Take it home. Why? Why do you say that?
Yeah, I don't know, because it's going to be a good win tomorrow.
Good win.
Anyway,
okay.
You know what? I want to say this, and you know what? I got to get out the car because I'm sitting next to a Bengals fan, and he's a little bitter right now. But you know, I was watching that piece that the Buccaneers did on Mike Evans.
Yeah.
You know, I'm so sick. Me and you've had this conversation again. I'm so sick of them not giving this guy the credit that he deserves.
Yeah.
Hey, this guy puts his head down. He goes to work every Sunday, injured or not injured. And, you know, I was looking at the thing and talking about, is he a Hall of Famer? I'm pretty sure Mike Evans is a Hall of Famer right now.
No, I agree with you on that. I don't know how anybody would think otherwise. I mean, again, does he have his fair share of drops? Yes, every wide receiver has that.
Of course.
For me, what makes him a Hall of Famer is the consistency factor. You know, 10 straight years of 1,000 receiving yards. And it's not like he's done it with, Pro Bowl quarterbacks. Like he had Tom Brady a couple years, but you're talking about Jameis Winston. You're talking about Josh McCown. You're talking about Mike Glennon. I mean, not necessarily the best quarterbacks. Baker Mayfield this year. So,
if you are, you know, because you know everything is about stats and statistical now.
Yeah.
If you go look at his stats, him and Calvin Johnson have pretty much the same stats over 10 years.
Yeah.
And you know that's what I want people to understand. Now, don't get me wrong, Calvin could have been great. You know, he just like Barry Sanders, they retired early because of whatever. But this Mike Evans he's not a diva receiver. He's a hard-nosed, put your helmet on receiver, and he goes out there and he tries no matter how his body's feeling.
Exactly. And he's worked through hamstring injuries, and he's been, again, a consistent force for this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team. And look, Curtis, I think he goes down as probably the greatest offensive player in their history besides a James Wilder or Mike Allstott. You know, there's a lot of people out there.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, the numbers don't lie.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, man, I just want to say Merry Christmas out to everybody.
All right.
Happy holidays.
Well, really quick, before you go back to work, because I know you're working at a steakhouse here, we've been asking this question. I don't know if you saw it on Facebook, but if you have the opportunity to get your favorite team a Christmas gift, what would it be? And then on this show here, what is your favorite Christmas gift that you got as a kid?
If I could do anything for the Bucs, I would give them the division title tomorrow.
Okay, I like it. Very good.
And,
very simple. Very good. Okay.
And for me, I remember getting a Game Boy Color when they first came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember getting.
It always goes back to video games, doesn't it? We were talking about Nintendo and Sega. For us, it's simple.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. When we were kids, we played outside so much. Having a video game was something that we could do on a rainy day.
Yes.
Because we spent most of our time outside, and when it rained and you had to be stuck in the house, you were miserable, completely miserable.
Exactly.
Unless you had siblings, and then y'all got on each other's nerves.
Exactly.
So
pulled each other's hair, which didn't necessarily always work out because I got my hair pulled, or it wasn't good.
Wait. Did you have any siblings?
I did. I have 4 sisters. Believe it
See,
or not.
okay. Now for us, I had 5 sisters and 1 brother.
Oh.
For us, it was either playing Uno or Monopoly.
Yeah.
And those games always ended in arguments. Always.
Right. Always Monopoly too, and Dad would always. It would seem like Dad would always win. I feel like Dad cheated back then. You know?
Always, because he always was the banker, and he always had some extra money coming out of somewhere.
And not only that, you also had Park Place and Boardwalk, and once you get Park Place and Boardwalk, it's over.
The game was over.
Turn
the
out
game
the
was
lights.
over.
Yes.
Oh my God,
Curtis.
Hey man, Merry Christmas, man. I love you, brother. I'll try to give you a buzz tomorrow.
All right, man. Appreciate you as always, Mr. Curtis, right there. Let me give you the air horn. I want to go out to this guy because he hasn't called in a while. and it's surprise caller here, definitely responsible for the evolution. Mr. Gene Thomas, welcome. Buck, what you heard here on the Sports Web. Merry Christmas. You were calling the show. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, not too much, man. I just want to tell you it's great content as always.
Thank you.
You are the most electrifying sportscaster in sports television out there. So thank you for everything you do. Not just the evolution, but being electrifying.
Hey, man, I got to bring the energy here. A lot of people are like, well, why are you so excited about this? Well, you got to be excited because you get a chance to talk sports. You got to be excited because you get a chance to be a part of a platform like I Love St. Pete with nearly 158,000 with great people like San Arthur here. And you got Jessica Heather in the background doing this great thing with cool vibes and pub and grub with a toy drive here a couple of days before Christmas. So I'm definitely electric. I'm definitely excited. And on top of it, you know, the cherry on top of that cake, the Bucs are still in this. They're on a 3-game winning streak, Gene. What do you think? What's the confidence level in this team? Baker Mayfield last week having a career game. And then on top of it, you have an opportunity to make the playoffs and win the NFC South. What do you say?
Man, I'm excited. Any games the Bucs can win, I'm excited for. I feel it sounds to me, or feels like they're finally putting it together. Dave Canales, and again, the onus. There's enough blame to go around if you're talking about the losing streak, but when they've got it all clicking, Dave Canales is drawing up the plays, and the players are going out and executing.
Yeah.
And everybody and that game last week was phenomenal because all facets of the game were functioning.
Right.
I mean, your special teams. McLaughlin was incredible. The punt prince, he was doing his thing. And you know, you look at the running game. The running game was clicking, and everything just worked together. And this is what you wanted to see in the beginning of the season. And again, shout out to Jason Light.
Yeah.
With the salary cap he had, he's put together a team, and he didn't bankrupt the team trying to put a quality product on the field.
Yeah.
And you look at some of your division rivals out there, like the Saints, continually kicking the can down the road. I think Jason Light taking the responsible move as a general manager, and I have to say he's probably, you know, I know you had mentioned Mike Evans, but he's probably the greatest general manager the Bucs have ever had.
I agree.
In my personal opinion.
I definitely agree with that, and I think a lot of people, a lot of purists who won the first Super Bowl there would say Rich McKay. You could definitely you could offer that explanation. I can agree with that. But what Jason Light has done, you know, getting a Tom Brady, getting the team put together so a Tom Brady could choose them, because it wasn't just Brady came to the Bucs and everything changed. No, they had to build it from the ground up, and that starts with, you know, great draft picks. And, you know, at the time, Devin White, I got to switch gears here. Devin White situation. What do you make of this? It seems like a mess. He seems like he's either hurt or not interested. What do you make of this whole situation, Gene?
I think what we've seen with Devin White not being on the field is addition by subtraction. And you get to see KJ Britt. You get to see some of these other linebackers go out there and play. And I think they've earned the right to, you know, get out there and show what they can do even more. I mean, the defense seemed to be a lot calmer. Even though there were mistakes, they still were able to overcome a lot of things and, you know, not put this team in harm's way. They eked out games, but, you know, they just kind of kept it going. So Devin White, I do not see him in a Buccaneers uniform next year.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to get that max contract in the NFL. You know, you have other general managers that are watching his behavior. They're watching, you know, what he's doing on the field. So, again, you know, this was an opportunity for him to really put himself in a good place. And, you know, then now you really should be talking about Antoine Winfield and Mike Evans and Levante David and getting those guys re-signed.
Right.
I don't think you have a Devin White in that conversation right now.
Yeah, and again, you know, he hasn't necessarily played up to his level. I think there's a lot of fans out there, a lot of Bucs fans that are disappointed because they felt like, you know, he's going to be able to duplicate that success in that 2020 postseason where he basically took over, and he hasn't been able to do that. And there's a lot of disappointment. And then furthermore, you know, all the distractions and the offseason, possible trade request and not playing up to snuff. It's been definitely disappointing. We got one of the organizers on here, Gene. I'm going to go ahead and introduce you. Welcome to the Evolution. This is great what you got here. Cool Vibes Pub and Grub. What's your name? Welcome to the Sports Web.
Jessica.
Jessica, here, go ahead and just go ahead, get close to that. I want to make sure they can hear you as we're live here on I Love St. Pete. Gene, I tell you what, go ahead, use that second call. I want to talk to this organizer here. I want to talk to her about this. Call me back in about 5 minutes. We'll talk more about the Bucs, all right?
All right. Shout out to St. Pete.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to I Love St. Pete. We'll give him a call back. But
hold on, can I tell them?
Yes. See, we're producing on air here. This is
two per kid.
Two per kid, 2 toys per kid as I wanted to organize this shot in the first place, once again, if they don't know what's going on here, tell them on the Evolution what is going on with what you're doing today with this toy drive.
This is the 4th annual I Love St. Pete Christmas Toy Shop.
Okay, toy shop, yeah.
Yesterday, I mean, I can't even believe how much toys we went through yesterday, and this is literally all we have left. The members of I Love St. Pete donated $12,000.
Whoa, 12,000! It's amazing stuff. It really is. It's amazing stuff. Yeah.
And that's all that's left.
All that's left right there is in the background there. And so the turnout has been good. What about the turnout today? I've seen people come in and they look at the camera here, Jessica, and they're like, I don't want to be on camera. I think if I kneel down a little bit, you're still going to be seen here. This camera is pretty wide lens. It's a 4K quality. So what gave you this idea to do this in the first place?
Honestly, I can't take credit for it. This is Stan and I Love St. Pete. The first year he did it at his house in his front yard.
Right.
And it started to get a little bit too big. So we met Stan and we had a great relationship with him.
There you go. Get close to that. Yeah.
He helped us out so much here once we met I Love St. Pete and became a member. And then he asked us the second year if we were interested in hosting it here. So we hosted it here for the second year. Huge success. Third year we did here, bigger success. Fox News came out. It was a pretty big deal.
Fox News came out.
But last year we only, I don't want to say only, but last year we raised, or I Love St. Pete raised $5,000 cash. So just to give you an idea, 7,000 more this year came in on top of the donations that were dropped off.
Amazing.
So this is the 4th annual one, and they just keep getting better and better.
Yeah, and I tell you right now, I'd like to come back here next year. I know you guys are going to have it next year, so I'd love to come back here. We get a crowd in the background. I'll try to play my PA speakers. I know it was kind of a little bit noisier than they thought it was here. We're live on the Evolution. I'm your host, Peter Blake, here with the organizer of this Cool Pubs and Grub, Miss Jessica. What's been the most, we talked about toys here. Let me go to I Love St. Pete. It's amazing because you raise, and Stan was talking about this, $250,000 that the I Love St. Pete Emergency Fund has raised. Go ahead and tell me how prideful you are to be a part of that.
Oh, I love it. I mean, I love St. Pete. Anything we can do for Stan, we're more than willing to. We've done a couple fundraisers for their nonprofit here as well, raised a couple $1,000. If they're ever getting short and we need to do that, we're more than happy to do whatever we can to help raise some money for them. I'm a big advocate.
Love it.
They've been great for us. So
good stuff. All right. We were asking all day long, what was your favorite Christmas gift when you were a kid? I'm sure you can remember now. What was your favorite gift, Jessica, when you were a kid at Christmas that you got you will never forget?
I think my Cabbage Patch Kid.
See?
When they first came out, my mom had to wait in line. They handed them to you upside down.
Yeah.
You didn't know what you were getting, and you got what you got. And her name was Steffi Essie, and I still have her.
Steffi Essie. And that was back in the golden age, guys, of toys, because you had Cabbage Patch Kids, you had G.I. Joe, you had He-Man, and you had our parents went crazy. They would stay overnight. They would camp out. I mean, it was crazy back then. And then of your favorite team, I think I asked you this other night, I'm going to ask you again. If you had an opportunity to get your favorite team, whether it's the Rays, the Bucs, or the Lightning, what Christmas gift would you get your favorite team?
The other night I said Bucs because we get a lot of Bucs in here for football and whatnot, but nothing beats a hockey game to me. Just the vibe in a hockey game I love. So I'd probably say Lightning.
Lightning. All right. Well, I'm going to give you the horn for that. There you go right there, Jessica. So once again, great stuff here. What kind of toys? Because I know it's not necessarily for teenagers. It's for small kids. But what kind of toys are we talking about? I kind of got it in the background there, but stuffed animals, stuff like that. What kind of toys do you guys are offering today in the last couple of days?
We really go from newborn all the way up to teenage. We have everything. I will say I feel like every year sports balls go the most.
Yeah.
Like soccer balls, basketballs, footballs, they are one of the fastest things to go.
Great stuff. I love to be here. I definitely love to come out here again before next year. Who knows? Maybe we could do some watch parties with the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Tampa Bay Rays. Once again, if they can get down here, because I know they're running out of time, but tell them all the information here on the evolution of Sports Talk Television.
Yeah, we're located at 5488 58th Street North. So that's 54th Avenue and 58th Street in St. Pete. It's kind of not really much organization now because we're down to the little bit, but you can come in and we'll help you get whatever you need with what's left. But when it's gone, it's done. So it's not going to be around much longer today. We're also open Christmas Day. If you can't afford to eat, we give you a code word. You message us. We don't charge you.
Oh.
So we're also taking donations for donated meals. We get a big turnaround of people who have nowhere to go or can't afford, and we don't charge them. So that's another thing we do on Christmas Day, and we open at 2 p.m.
Awesome. There you go. 2 p.m. Donate meals. If you don't go hungry, come out here, see her, beautiful and talented bartender. And Jessica, thank you very much for being on the evolution of Sports Talk Television.
Thank
all right.
you.
Yep. There you go. Right there. Take that. She did great for the first time on camera. You did really good. We'll have to have you on again. Open phone line 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. I want to get back out to Gene here because I want him to finish his thought because we haven't talked in a while. Of course, Buck, what you heard, does a great job with that. As always, my old friend. Let's see if he'll answer.
Yep, I'm right here, man.
All
hey,
right. Yes.
That is incredible, man. Just you really see how St. Pete steps up and getting all these toys donated, and it says a lot about an area when they can look out for people that are less fortunate than themselves. So shout out to everybody involved. That's a beautiful thing.
Yes, absolutely. It's a beautiful thing, and definitely love to be a part of it. Love to be a part of this platform. It's amazing in itself, and like I said, I'm just grateful that people like her and Stan give me the opportunity to do a show like this on a nightly basis. I can do it on a nightly basis if I want to. I choose to do it on Monday, Wednesdays, and of course, before sometimes and after Bucs games live from Raymond James Stadium. So go ahead and finish your thoughts here. What do you see with this matchup versus the Jaguars? Of course, the big time talk. Trevor Lawrence looks like he's past concussion protocol, so he's going to play in this game. Your thoughts?
I think if the Bucs can execute and everybody on defense does their job, I can see the Buccaneers winning this game.
Yeah.
And that's what it's going to come down to is execution. If you go back and look at the games where they struggled, you had drop passes, you had missed tackles, you had certain linebackers that were not playing in their assignment.
Sure.
And there were so many things that just kind of added up. Penalties, and I don't have a problem with penalties. I know a lot of people talk about that like it's the plague, but if you get penalties at the wrong time, like a drive-killing penalty, then you really, you're doing a disservice to your team. So what I want to see is this team, if they could put together a complete game like you saw last week. There aren't a lot of teams on left on the schedule, I think, that would beat the Bucs if they're playing a complete game and not making any mistakes.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you on that. And that's what you have to be so excited about. And that's why I kind of get frustrated with fans. I got frustrated with Eric before because he was talking about the Devin White situation and how if he plays and he doesn't play well, that Todd Bowles should be fired. And I'm like, wait a minute. They're on a 3-game winning streak here. And even if they lose to Jacksonville, they still have a chance. Not a Dumb and Dumber chance with Mary Swanson and Lloyd Christmas. No, not that kind of chance, a 1 in a million chance. They got a legitimate chance to win this NFC South. So why is every fan looking to pull the plug on it? I will never know. I get it. There's people out there who don't like Todd Bowles. But that locker room, Gene, you would have to agree, is really playing for him.
And I think that's the most important thing. The players love him. And, when you look at the rest of the schedule, you've got another game with Carolina, and then you have a game against the New Orleans Saints. And if you watched that game yesterday, that was very encouraging if you're a Bucs fan.
Yes.
Just looking at how the New Orleans Saints have been playing.
Yep.
And again, I mean, when you got players like Mike Evans got 57 yards, I think, last week.
Yeah.
Chris Godwin showed up.
Oh.
If you can get something out of your offense, again, I just don't think that Jacksonville, offense-wise, has the tools that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have that they're able to utilize. And again, You have some of your rookies that are really showing up, like Izzian, like Kalijah Cansey. Guys that are really stepping up that you really didn't talk about before the season started, but these guys are really getting in there and playing. KJ Britt, another guy that you really didn't talk about him, but they've stepped up and shown that they deserve to see time on the playing field. So again, if this team can play a complete game, I can see them beating Jacksonville.
I can see them too. And look, I get it. The Jaguars are fighting for their playoff lives as well as the Bucs are to win in this division. Of course, the Jaguars are tied with the Colts and the surprising Texans. So they have to win at this point. So that's why I'm not surprised that, Trevor Lawrence is going to play. And they've got some weapons on this team. They got Calvin Ridley and Travis Etienne, of course. So we'll see how that works out. And, I don't know if we talked about it before, but, what do you make of this Devin White situation? Hopefully it's not a distraction, but it certainly seems like it is becoming a distraction and will continue to be a distraction unless A, Devin White plays well, or B, I think Todd Bowles says, you know what? We need to bench you because KJ Britt is better right now for this team. The Bucs are 3-0. He's playing better. And Devin White, whether it's effort or injury, he's not cutting it.
Right. And my thing with Devin White, if we do see him motivated to go out there and he has a lights out game against against this Jacksonville team, it's telling because he's not been consistent. I keep going back to like his rookie season. 2020, he was somewhat consistent, but throughout his body of work, I just can't see where he's been consistent from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. He has certain lapses in judgment sometimes. There are times where he's a liability in coverage. And, he just hasn't been able to put together a complete game. And I go back to what I was saying before you jumped off.
Yeah.
I just don't see him getting a max contract anywhere. I think he's gonna have to come to a team and prove it. Yeah. And I think he can. I think he's got it in him. We haven't seen him put together a complete season.
Yeah, you haven't seen that, and it's been disappointing. I know there's a lot of fans that will point to the 2020 postseason, and they think that's the Devin White you're going to get, and that White hasn't been that type of player, and it's been largely disappointing. And whether it's effort or injury, I think it's more effort than anything else. And coverage-wise, he hasn't improved in that game. He's still a good downhill linebacker, but form tackling not so good. He gets after the quarterback, and maybe the Bucs would try to use that to their advantage, but it necessarily hasn't happened this year. It's been a porous year for him, especially in a year where he's looking to re-sign. All right. So,
yeah. And real quick, one more thing.
Yeah.
I think you can really see the real Devin White when Levante David is not on the field. That's the Devin White you're going to get if you try to build a defense around him or try to use him as some type of centerpiece. You have to look at the games where Levante David is not on the field with him.
Yeah.
And it's really telling how he's responded in those games. And again, I'll leave that up to people to do that research. But to me, I just can't see him getting a max contract.
Yeah, and the tape doesn't lie. He's not necessarily played up to being a top linebacker, especially one you're going to pay $18 to $20 million to. I don't think the Bucs are going to. I don't think there's a team out there that's going to. We'll see how that all plays out. Score prediction, player of the game, and then I want to ask you some fun stuff here real quick. But give me a score of the game and who's the player of the game.
I'm superstitious, and I rarely give out scores. But what I will say is I think that Rachaad White is going to be the player of the game in this game. I love what he's been doing. I love how this offensive line is coming together. Cody Mock is playing, he's playing way better. He's playing above where I thought he would be at this time. Yeah. When he was drafted to where he is right now. So I did not expect him to be where he is right now. I know he's made some rookie mistakes, but when you look at his overall body of work this year, I think he's been quite the player. And again, I think they're going to open up holes. And Rachaad White is constantly getting a lot more comfortable with this offense. Dave Canales is dialing up plays, He's got really nice hands, and you see, and the word that you like, the term that you like to use, Peter, that I got from you is that speed in space. And we see that, and we saw that it was on full display last week. That speed in space. So
absolutely, that play, you look at it again, it seems like 2 or 3 wide receivers are open, including White, and the way that Dave Canales designed it, it's beautiful. And you're right. You get White out in space, he is electric. He can make lots of things happen. He's done that the last couple weeks, and I think it silenced a lot of Bucs haters out there who said, I don't think White is the number 1 bell cow. Not so fast, my friend, as the great Lee Corso would say. He's definitely performing like that, and he'll be close to 1,000 yards, and we'll see. He's already got over 1,000 purpose yards there with the receiving. So, all right, let me go. Let me be a little bit fun here. Christmas gift that you can remember when you were a kid that you will never forget.
A Doug Williams T-shirt, the Bayou Bullet.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. All right, and then your favorite team, whether it be the Bucs or I know here we're in Rays country, but you're a Yankee fan.
Actually, I've converted.
Oh, you are? You have converted over to be a Rays fan?
Yeah.
Well, on that note, then I'm going to go ahead and give you the Rays horn. There we go, my friend. So if you had a Christmas gift to give your favorite team, either the Rays or the Lightning or the Bucs, what would it be?
I would be the Bucs, and I would give them a drafted franchise quarterback.
Okay. So where do you stand on Baker?
I love what Baker's doing. Again, it kind of goes back to what Jason Light has done and the players that he's brought in.
Yeah.
And you compare Baker Mayfield to what Derek Carr has done with New Orleans, and they've got they have some decent wide receivers on their end, but just what Baker's been able to do, his decision making, and his making plays with his legs. I think the Bucs came out 100% better than the New Orleans Saints did.
I completely agree with you. The money that they saved on that deal and the production, he's nearly matched Tom Brady from last year. We'll see what he does here. Very inconsistent quarterback, but I tell you right now, when you give him the time, and it certainly seems like the Bucs offensive line has gotten better. They gelled. The running game is coming. They're becoming balanced. Their wide receivers getting more involved. I think the sky's the limit. We'll see what happens, my friend. Gene, thanks a lot as always. Don't be a stranger. And by the way, Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Merry Christmas, my friend. Yeah, and keep doing what you're doing, man. You are a bright light within this community. You just got to keep doing your thing, man. Just, as you can see, people are gravitating to you. You're getting opportunities, man. Just keep doing your thing.
Yeah, and I got something for you, just for you, my friend. Here we go.
What is your name?
I told you.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
There you go, right through the table. Gene Thomas, thanks a lot. Don't be a stranger. And we'll see you on not only the pregame show, which is will be out there at What the Buck tailgate with yours truly, along with Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy, in favor of Scott Bradford. Thank you very much, Scott. A Bucs Life, but also the postgame show late on Christmas Eve from Raymond James Stadium. Appreciate the time, my friend. All right.
All right, man. You have a good one. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. There you go. I love that. I love Christmas. I do. I love sitting here and talking to you a couple of days before Christmas. Open phone line 727-255-0391 at 727-255-0391. We'll read these comments and then we will get out of here for the day. Appreciate it. Let's go Bucs. New Year's Eve parlay, Bucs and Lightning for the win. 5K pays out $29,000. And of course, let's go Bucs. There was somebody trying to call in, but it's telemarketer. Guys, give it a break here. But you're exactly right. Let's go Bucs. Let's go! Tom Brady right there. Greek is Crockett's. Christopher Cole. All right. Happy birthday again. Jeremy, what's up, Peter and Harry? Thanks a lot for the call before. Bucs are not firing Bulls unless they lose out. Agree. Jeremy says, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Eric, I believe this is Jag's favorite win now mode, 1.5 points. Favorite, absolutely. Bucs are not the favorite. That's crazy. Fat Mike, uphill both ways in the snow. Mutt and Jeff fit perfectly. What takes FSU moving? We talked about that. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Conferences. Okay. Ron says, have to dog Lawrence all day long. That's definitely a big-time key there. Get pressure on him because, as we heard from the legend himself, Mr. Leo Haggerty, from our Coach Scout and now media member of Night Sports Productions and Amped Up Sports, if you allow a quarterback to have a time and have when he wants and where he wants to go, you've got trouble. I don't think that's how he said it. Hello, Christine. Thank you very much for tuning in. We was out until the street lights came on. Very cool. Braden says, go Bucs, go Bucs.
How about them Bucks, baby?
Thank you very much for tuning in. Not every fan. Jim, thanks a lot. Definitely call in if you want to before we get out of here, or we'll see you tomorrow on the post game and, of course, the pregame.
Oh, yeah.
Jim, thanks a lot for calling. Mike says, Merry Christmas, Peter. All the best. Go Bucs. 28-17. I like it. And, Jim, Merry Christmas to you. So we will get out of here for the day. Once again, thanks a lot to I Love St. Pete Stan, author, for coming on. Of course, Harry, the great professional handicapper extraordinaire. Jessica, cool vibes, Pub and Grub. Thanks a lot for having us out here. Definitely like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Like I Love St. Pete Bucs Live. Definitely tune in tomorrow. Get up early in the morning, Christmas Eve. Hopefully you got your Christmas shopping done, because if you did, you get a chance to watch the pregame show, The Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Give to Facebook stars, give to YouTube Super Chats, and do 3 things as we always end off this show on a Monday, Wednesday, before and after Bucs games. You know them, you love them, you got to have them. Bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And for fans of the Sports Web and the Tampa Bay sports fan, it's your time. Have a good night, and we'll see you soon on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television.